Cuts it up the middle, across the 40, the 45, the 50. He's out across the 45, the 40. He's got the 30, the 25, and he jumps a hurdle in the end zone. Touchdown, Titusville. Yeah.
I like that effort by Hope. That's the second time tonight we've seen that.
Welcome to Titusville Rocket Football on the Stream. It's week 6, and the Titusville Rockets are hosting the Corry Beavers. Our coverage is brought to you by Anderson Physical Therapy, by Oil Country Federal Credit Union, by Warm Home and Hearth, by Bayless Fuel, by State Farm Insurance, by the Titusville Moose Family Center, by Sylvan Equipment, by the Gordon B. Garrett Funeral Home, by Oil Creek Plastics. Rocket Football also sponsored by Larry's Auto Parts, Cabinets by Curtis, Thompson Run Tires, The Blue Canoe, Thermofab, by Armstrong, by Donovan and Bauer Auto Group, and True Value Hardware.
And good evening and welcome to Titusville's Carter Field, as tonight the Titusville Rockets, as Luke just mentioned to you, will be entertaining the Beavers of Corry, as Corry comes in with a record of 1-4. Titusville, after a tremendous game last week, came with a record of 2-3. Along with me is Steve Bodemer, Adam Bodemer, and of course, Mr. Luke Rio. So, guys, I wonder if we're going to get something like we saw last week.
Oh, it would be nice.
Wouldn't that be great?
Yeah, it'd be a great time. If you missed last week's ball game, the win here at home on homecoming by Titusville, really exciting ball game. Really starting from start to finish. It was a good ball game, and hopefully we can have a repeat tonight.
Well, one of the things that I've been talking about with some of the people over the since last week here in the town is, can this be last week's game be a momentum builder for the Titusville Rockets? What will happen when they come out here this evening? Are they still thinking about last week, or are they going to build upon that and come out and take on a pretty good Corry team in spite of the 1-4 record? A big Corry ball club, size-wise, and a ball club that can put some points on the board. So what will the kids do? Of course, we have to wait to find out. But I thought last week Steve did give Titusville a little bit of a momentum in starting their season and building this program for second-year coach Tom Hancock.
Yeah, I think it does a lot for the program here at Titusville. When you can come off with a big win, your first homecoming win in quite a while, and in the fashion that they did it. I mean, they took the best shots Grove City had, and they didn't hang their heads. They came back. They continued to battle all the way through the ball game. And last week they got one at the end there with about 14 seconds left to go, the touchdown pass. And I think that's a big, big boost for Titusville, and I think they've got to carry that on into tonight because you don't want the letdown here tonight. This is a team really that, again, is going to be an evenly matched with us, I think, from top to bottom. So you can't assume that just because their record is 1-4, you got to remember you're just
Exactly.
2-3. So you're going to have to come out ready to play football, and I think the coaching staff here at Titusville has done a pretty good job of drilling that into the boys' head this week.
We sat down with Coach Tom Hancock, and he addressed that. You know, how do you take the momentum from last week and apply it in such a way that they don't get too cocky this week, but it's channeled into, you know, a focused attitude for tonight's ball game. And as you guys have been saying, you know, Corry's coming in here with their only win being against Grove City, but they've played some tough teams and they've played them well.
Yeah, they have. And we also mentioned, like always, Titus comes in a little undersized, Grove City. Corry has some big boys in the line, 6'4", 285 type kids, 250, 255. So we're going to have to battle that trench thing again. But last week we were small, and we came out and played really tough. Of course, we had Jace Oaks back last week. It was a big difference in the ball game, I thought, for the Titusville offense. So it's going to be a time whether or not Titusville can really pick the game up from where they left off last week and continue on. Adam and I were talking down at the studio earlier before we come up. One of the comments he had was, will it be a first-half Titusville team from last week or a second-half Titusville team from last week? Because definitely the second-half Titusville team last week was very, very good. And so that's how they're going to have to come out this evening.
Yeah, I think they've got to start stronger. Titusville's not started games really well
Right.
so far this year. And as we talked, as that ball game went on with Grove City, the third quarter for Titusville was really a dominant quarter for Titusville. Now, they didn't put up huge, huge points. They only scored 6. But the impressive thing was they didn't allow any. And
Right.
they held Grove City in check, really tried to shut down their offense. In the meantime, Their points came off of a drive, and they moved the ball. It wasn't a quick play, wasn't a quick score. They had control of the ball game really for most of the second half, kind of maybe a little get away there in the fourth quarter, but they got control again real quick, and that's what they're going to have to do tonight. Start strong and then play 4 quarters. Give us 4 quarters like the third quarter at Grove City, and you're going to be just fine.
Should come out pretty good. Larry's Auto and Thermofab bringing you tonight's pregame show from Carter Field. We're going to take a quick break. When we come back, we want to talk a little bit about the weather situation, and as Luke mentioned, we have some comments with Coach Hancock. So
which is coming up right after
real
this.
Quick, right after this.
Anderson Physical Therapy wants to get you back to doing the things you enjoy. Your treatment is customized to you, addressing a variety of aches and pains, including post-op, sports injuries, arthritis, headache, and fibromyalgia. Get the Anderson Advantage in 6 convenient locations throughout the Tri-County region: Titusville, Franklin, Seneca, Clarion, Cochranton, and Albion. Call 814-827-8148. Stay on top of your game with Anderson Physical Therapy. 814-827-8148.
You see our vans every day. They travel the length of our broadband network, bringing you the best services available. Our technicians and representatives are knowledgeable, available, and nationally recognized as being among the very best in the business. We're a regular presence in our community, always ready to lend a hand. We're Armstrong, a leader in the broadband industry, your friends and neighbors, taking pride in our jobs, and a real partner in making our community a better place.
Bayless Fuel in Titusville carries a full line of automotive and truck maintenance supplies, like Wix filters, the best performing, most reliable filters in the world. Interstate Batteries, the #1 replacement brand battery in North America. Plus, Bayless is your recycling center for your used batteries. Bayless Fuel also carries motor oils, greases, and specialty lubricants, like hydraulic oils, transmission fluid, brake fluid, antifreeze, and more. And we haven't forgotten about you loggers. Bayless Fuel carries Oregon chains and bars, bar and chain oils, helmets, chaps, marking paint, and safety glasses. After you're done, clean up with Gojo Cleaner and Shot Towels. Let the friendly staff find the right product for the job at hand. Bayless Fuel in Titusville is open Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 4:30 p.m. and Saturday, 8:30 to noon. Bayless Fuel on South Brown Street in Titusville.
It's GM's Truck Month all September long at Donovan & Bauer Auto Group in Titusville. This month, pay GM exclusive supplier pricing on select Silverado and Sierra models, and with rebates as high as $5,750 on select models, the best truck savings of the year are here. So it's time for you to stop in and see why, from hood to hitch, Silverado and Sierra are the best value of pickup truck on the road today. Tell them how they can find us, Donnie.
Find new roads and visit us on Route 8 North in Titusville or at donovanbauer.com.
And welcome back to the Rocket pregame show. Joining me is head coach of the Rockets, Tom Hancock. How are you?
Good, doing real good.
So last week's game, huh?
A lot of fun. It was.
That was one of the greatest games I think I personally have ever witnessed at Carter Field.
It was, going back through high school football, college football, and stuff. I've been involved in a lot of close ones, but that one had pretty much everything you wanted in it, except I didn't like the stress level, but other than that, it was okay.
Obviously, if you're a fan, you're in the stands watching the game, and just very exciting. But talk about being coach down on the field and what you guys are going through and experiencing, and the players during that game, because there was a lot of a play that took place, even in between the plays.
Oh, the adversity, and then, I think Brian DeFonso had pointed out, about some play calls and those kinds of things. Not play calls, but as some, calls that kind of went against us occasionally. And, we've got to be able to overcome that too. But certainly, that upsets you. But we've got to be able, as a coach, you've got to be able to call the next play, and you can't let your emotion about 3 plays before get the best of you. I was pretty confident we were able to move the ball on them with some regularity in the second half, and I was confident we could do it again. We just needed that ball, and fortunately our defense really again stood up and held them. We got the ball back, and then we wanted to make too many things happen too quickly, and we got the interception. Todd threw an interception, and I said, listen, it's still okay. We got to come back and do the same thing again. But if we get an opportunity, I think we can put it away. We just have got to get that ball back. So
talk about a lot of emotion in the game. I mean, we saw that with everybody. Yeah, even the situation with signs. You could tell these guys were there in the game.
Sure.
And not to dwell on this, but just the difference from last year to this year in maturity.
Sure.
And pulling off a game like this, this has to be just a wonderful, just a growing up, if you will, for these guys.
Absolutely. I mean, they that confidence is what really pulled them through to be able to be in there at the end and check their tempers. Cody certainly, as I said, I think whether the other team knew it or not, they certainly knew that he was one that we liked to go to, and so they were targeting pretty good on him, and if they could get him riled up and take him out of the game, that's a big weapon for us gone. So we had to kind of get him cooled back down and let him go again.
The other thing, too, is at the end of the game when we announce who our player of the game is.
Sure.
And you come to the end and you have no idea, where you could name everybody on that team.
Right.
That means everybody contributed to that win.
It was just, that was the other thing, that you're trying to massage things on the sideline as a coach, and I've got a great staff that really, with the offense that I run, that we substitute a lot of times, and sometimes we have certain people we need on the field in certain groupings, and if somebody gets hurt, that grouping needs to be filled real quick, and sometimes it's difficult, especially on special teams where, it doesn't happen every play. It might happen 3 plays down the road, and somebody may have got hurt, but we don't know. That is something that we've kind of struggled with, but we try to address that every game too, that we've got to have substitutes ready to go every time. But you get a game like that, everybody's involved, they're watching the game, and they're like, oh yeah, that's right, I'm
Get
on
me
the
in, I'm
special
ready.
team.
Get me in, I'm ready to go.
Yeah, so it's an exciting time.
When you stepped into the position, did you think, I have a chance to mix things up and keep things interesting every game? Or do you also look at the talent on the team and say, okay, you know what, we can do this? Because not only, I'd imagine, you're keeping us guessing up in the press box, but even to other coaches, you're keeping things very interesting.
That's it. I mean, I still think we're relatively simple in regards to what we want to do running-wise. We want to be able to run our zone concept, our power reads, and, something off tackle. But we do it out of so many different formations that I know when we look at other teams or scout them, it's pretty, vanilla and chocolate. There it is. This is it. They run 3 formations. These are the core plays they like to run. But, it's pretty simple. Basically, there's about 6 plays. When they look at ours, our wristband is 64 plays, but it's just basically a little tweak of each play. So, kids do a great job with that. So.
We laugh about it in the press box, but it really makes the game, it's very unpredictable.
Yeah. I mean, I like to think that we certainly have some semblance of what we're doing, but
it does. But that's a great thing when the announcers can say, you know what, this is what's probably going to happen, but we don't know.
Right.
That is a great feeling, I think.
And that's what I want to put that other coach in, thinking, oh, they're going to go do this, but
or are they?
Know. Right. So that's good.
And not to dwell on the game, Steve Bodemer said it during the pregame show that homecoming special in Titusville.
Oh.
However, a win on homecoming makes it even better. That kind of win.
Sure.
That's something that people are going to remember for a long time.
Absolutely. We always we talk about, especially to those groups of seniors, that we have, this is something that you will remember for the rest. I mean, you may not remember every hit or this, that, but the emotion and the feeling that you have on that kind of a night, and then the community coming on board too. I had forwarded the YouTube that you had to my brother-in-law up in Skinny Atlas, and he just said, that was a great game. I sat and watched the whole thing from the beginning to the end. He goes, I wish we could have that here in our town, but we don't have anything like that. That's crazy. So,
well, I tell you, it's a lot of fun to cover you guys, and we could spend another half hour talking about leadership, and you're part of the United Way campaign.
Picking up flower boxes this weekend.
That's amazing. That's wonderful.
Yep.
But you do have a game.
Sure.
Are the kids ready? How do you prepare them from last week, getting them into this week? Because I'm sure they're confident.
Right. And that was the thing. You know, every Monday I take the varsity guys and we watch the film, and then the JVs have the game. But you know, I was very leery because you know they certainly enjoyed that win. But now we're back to business on Monday, and the confidence was there when we're watching the film. Oh, watch me do this, watch me do that. I mean, I'm glad they're doing that, but I kind of had to tether them back, saying we may not be able to do that next week if we continue to think we're that good. We're not yet. We've got to continue to improve. So we had a great week of practice. So I was very, very pleased with the effort the kids put forth this week. So which is kind of, you know, really making us as a staff feel good because they are focusing back in that we've got a job to do on Friday.
That's great.
We're going to try to get it done. So.
Well, listen, I'd ask you what you're planning on tonight, but let's wait and be excited ourselves. So.
Okay. Well, the one thing I just did want to slip in there too, you know, if anybody knows some of the kids, we're selling spaghetti dinner tickets. It's going to be held at the VFW on October 26th, Sunday, from 12 to 5. So anybody wants tickets, please just contact one of our varsity football players or, you know, me at the school. So,
excellent.
Okay.
Coach?
Hey, thank you very much.
Best of luck. Rocket pregame show will continue right after this.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, I'm on it. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
You're covered, Kevin.
Thanks, Melinda.
Wait, I have blah blah insurance, so person, come help.
Hey, Grandma. 6 callers ahead of us, Jimmy.
You're not helping.
Having insurance isn't the same as having State Farm. There to help you anytime, anywhere, anyway. That's getting to a better state.
Bill Eminger in Titusville is there to help you anytime, anywhere, anyway.
At Sylvan Equipment in Centerville, we want to take this opportunity to salute all Titusville Rocket athletes and those who take part in any and all extracurricular activities. We recognize your hard work and dedication to your school, your community, and your family, and more important, to yourself. While you're working hard on the field or in the classroom, know that the hard-working folks at Sylvan Equipment will be there to support you every step of the way. Best of luck, Rockets, from Sylvan Equipment in Centerville.
This is John Peterson from Warm Home and Hearth in Pleasantville. With 60-degree days and 40-degree nights, we all know what's coming soon. To assist you in your preparation for the cold weather, we have added several new stove lines that will give you the best selection in northwestern Pennsylvania. We now offer Harmon wood, pellet, and coal stoves manufactured right here in Pennsylvania. We have 4 models ranging from 43 to 68,000 BTU and very impressive burn displays. We also have added Yodel, America's finest cast iron wood and gas stoves. They are great heaters and add real beauty to your home. We continue to offer the full line of Lopi, Avalon, and FPX wood, pellet, wood and gas stoves, fireplaces, and fireplace inserts. We also offer Cozy King, Fire Chief, and Leisure Line wood coal furnaces and boilers. We feature 50 units to choose from and 21 you can watch burn. Yes, we are the store with more value and choices for you. Come to Warm Home and Hearth in Pleasantville. Pick out your stove, fireplace, or insert today. Yes, we have a fire burning just for you.
Welcome to Titusville Area School District's presentation of Titusville Rocket Sports on the Stream.
And our thanks to all of you for joining us here as we continue on with our ball game. Thanks to Larry's Auto Parts and Thermofab for bringing you the pregame show. Well, Steve, we've talked about everything. We've heard the coaches' comments, and it's just a matter of time now to see, can the guys put it together here again this evening and come out of here with a 50 record and pick up a win here tonight.
Thing for Titusville to come in here now, the hype's over with. You're over homecoming. You won that ball game in amazing fashion. And now you've got to put yourself back in. It's square one. It's a new opponent. You got to go again now. So hopefully we heard Coach Hancock say they had a good week of practice. You reined them in a little bit after you give them a chance to enjoy the win. They've earned it. And now, okay, fellas, strap them on. Here we go.
We haven't talked about it yet this evening. Let's take a quick mention of the weather. It's been raining down here at Carter Field the last 45 minutes or so. It's cleared off. A little bit of bright sky over there to the west of us, but it's going to be interesting to see whether or not that weather has a factor in this ball game this evening.
Yeah, when we got here earlier tonight, I walked on the field a little bit. Field's in great shape. Of course, it's we haven't had enough rain to worry about. We have 2-3 weeks there where it's been real dry. So this field handles water pretty well, especially for a natural grass field. So right now, I don't expect the water to have too much play as far as the field goes. Depending upon how much rain we get, could become a problem for quarterbacks, running backs, and receivers trying to hold on to the football.
Titusville has, I asked Corey maybe one to toss deferred. Titusville will be receiving either way. And so we'll get our offense on the field first here this evening as Corey will be kicking off to Titusville. And we'll probably be sending Tom Rusk and Brady Corcoran back around the 10 as we break huddle here. And we'll catch the number of the gentleman kicking off for Corey. I believe it's number 44, Bailey Voke. I think I'm correct in that. But we'll see when they get out there. So Titusville will get a chance to put their offense out, see if we can move the ball against this larger team. Their line averages about 250. Gary Walker, 6'1", 250. You got Mark Brady, 6', 255. Justin Shurry, 6'4", 285. Caleb Zimmerman, 6', 225. And Tag Forward, 6'3", 205. So the smallest man in their line weighs, he's 205. We have one boy just about 260 with Justin Oaks. So a big offensive line. The backs are big. The quarterback is about 185, Bruce Zander. And the running back, Liam Craig is 6 foot 180. So they have some pretty big boys out there. And Titusville's going to have their hands full. We're all set to go as Volk checked at number 40. It is Zach Shelley who is their kicker. And he gets the kick and the game underway. And it's going to go him up short, taking him to the short man up about around the 25. Comes out across the 30 and close to the 35, still on his feet, and now brought down. And they'll spot it right about the Titusville 35-yard line. That's where the Rockets will put it in play. First down and 10. So Todd Brown will come out and lead his team here and see if we can get some offense going. The ball will be spotted on the right hash mark, far side of the field from us. As Titusville comes out of the huddle, we'll pick up some of these defensive players from Corry. As this game progresses, Titusville will come out with a double wide right, double wide left. Running back is Easton Hogue. Pretty much the same set lineup from last year. Out of the shotgun, in motion goes McIntyre to the right. Craig comes up tight. The ball goes to Hogue. Hogue drives straight ahead. Now cuts the outside. I'm giving off to Brady Corcoran. He's on Todd Brown. Kept it. He's on his way into the end zone. Touchdown. They fooled me.
They fooled everybody on that play. Todd Brown, you saw Craig come up there real quick, and he went right after Easton Hogue, and Brown read it extremely well. Here it comes. You'll see number 4 coming up. That's Craig. Watch him go for the fullback. Everybody goes for the fullback, and there's nobody on that side of the field. And we saw it last week. You give him an inch, he's gone, and there's nobody going to catch him there. So Titusville first play, boom, that's what we need.
65 yards, and I was somewhere else. Wow, good job, Titusville. Nice work by our cameraman, Adam Bodemer, getting that shot for us. So that was a really big opening play. So Titusville will get a chance to have the extra point. And I mentioned, I was somewhere else in that play. 43 left to go here in the first quarter. First play from scrimmage, and Titusville takes it to the house. Snap, placement, kick is up, and the kick is good. So with 11:43 to go, first quarter action, Titusville with a big play takes it 65 yards on a belly series by Todd Brown. And I'm sitting here watching Easton Hogue the whole time. You tell you. Wonderful. I like it when I get faked out that badly.
Well, that was just an exceptional play there, and we've seen that a lot. You ride the fullback hard. He's looking, and he just pulls it, and you can see even the left defensive end, number 8, he's clear across the field.
What a block down.
And it's just off to the races for Todd Brown, and they aren't going to catch Todd. Todd's one of those kids where you'll watch him run and you think, well, he's not going very fast, but there aren't very many people that are catching him. So he's got good wheels.
Well, I was looking at that interior line blocking that far side. They had everybody sealed.
Just crushed it. Yeah, that whole right side of the line
came this way.
Just opened it up. Of course, you know, one of the things the Billy Series does is it gets people to flow to that fullback into that read position. And it, you just, you know, as an offensive lineman, let them flow a little bit. Then you just get right on them and just keep right on shoving them out of the way. Really a nice play there by Titusville.
Todd Brown now will be kicking off for Titusville. Standing back, Liam Craig at about his 15. And I'm not sure the other guy, I believe, is Trenton Peterson. We'll get another number here in a second for you. 2 men back for Corry as Brown approaches the ball. The kick is going to be a kind of a squib kick. It's going to be picked up by Craig. He's out across the 25, the 30. Got a big hole across the 35, the 40, 45, and brought down right about midfield. Nice return by Liam Craig, 6 foot, 180-pound junior, and he ran like one. A good run back. The ball be spotted right at midfield.
Yeah, this is a tough kick, and you see Titusville here as they draw into the picture. You got people out of lanes, and that's where that big hole opens up. Nice job there, Todd Brown holding his ground. Slow him down, and everybody come get him. Good gang tackling there. Just you don't want it at the 50-yard line.
Short field for Corry Beavers as they come out with their first play. They'll send wideouts, doubles to the right. Bryce Zander at quarterback. He has Liam Craig in the backfield with him. Going to his left. Zander looking to throw, being chased. Throws up short, incomplete, as he is trying to get the ball out around right around the 48, 45-yard line, intended for Dreyer of Corry. So bring up a 2nd down and 10. A lot of pressure coming from the backside with Scott Fry.
Scott Fry coming free. Now what they're going to do, if they roll away from him, they may leave him unblocked, betting that he's not going to catch up on him. The nice thing was Cody Sines on the other side was not going to give him the edge, so he couldn't turn it upfield. He had to throw it. So it's a good, good pursuit by Scott. Eventually he's going to get there.
Okay, now Corry will come out with wideouts on both sides, doubles. Going to throw a bubble screen, going to go out to Craig. Overthrow? No, he's completed at the 46. Brought down immediately over there by Corcoran. Come up very quickly, made a nice hit. Gain of about 4.
This is a good play here, Brady. He comes up quickly. The nice thing about Brady, you hit your wrap, you bring him down. You don't let him get yards after the catch.
That's one of the things we saw last week with our secondary. They started to play a lot stronger than they have in the first few ball games this year. This time Corry will come out. They'll send doubles to the right. They have a single to the left. They put a man in the wing right, and I believe that would be Peterson. Zander going to come to the right side, going to get it to Craig. There's a hold, and the ball is the ball carrier is brought down by Brady Corcoran. Gain of about 2 on the play. I thought maybe Corcoran got held there by the wideout, but apparently not. Brings up a 4th down and 4. The ball is at the Titusville 43-yard line.
Yeah, it looked like he did get held there. They just didn't throw the flag on that one. But
that's one you keep talking about, Steve, where the man being blocked turns himself during the play. So this time we'll have doubles to the left for Corry, single to the right, man in the wing left. Zander out of shotgun. Gives the ball off to the first man through, Craig. He drives straight ahead, be close to the first down. Depends on the spot.
This one's going to be one of those right foot, left foot spots. It's going to be real close.
Yeah, they're going to give it to him.
Oh, I would make him measure that. Yeah. I don't think you can just give him that.
Coach Hancock wants it measured. Oh, they spotted that on the other side of the 40. So Coach Hancock didn't like that spot, and neither did many people up here. 1st down and 10, Corry. We'll call it right at the Titusville 40. They'll send doubles wide to the left. Single wide right. Zander out of shotgun. Looking to throw, looks downfield, has a man open downfield. It's complete. Down around the Titusville 10. It was complete to Volk. Down around the Titusville 10-yard line. Nice ball, and Titusville allowing that man down the middle, Steve.
Yeah, they're running 2 seam rights. You've got a guy on the outside and the guy in the seam right. You're making the defensive back pick and choose. I thought that ball's in the air enough that maybe we get there and strip it. Just didn't quite get there, so now now you got to hold them here. You don't want to give up the lead that you just got.
1st down and goal from the 10 for Corry. They send a wide out to the right, 1 to the left. Now they're going to send 2 over to the left. And trips to the right. Zander will be by himself in the backfield, puts a man in motion, hands it to the motion man coming across, and he's going to be hit and wrapped up at the 15-yard line. A loss of about 3 or 4 in the play. Good job by Easton Hogue, I believe it was.
Yeah, Easton Hogue scrapes from the middle linebacker position, but what really makes this play is Jason Oakes gets penetration first, making the running back go deeper in the backfield. And Easton his pursuit then makes the tackle there. So they lose 2. That's what you want out of your defense.
Now 2nd down and goal from the 12. Doubles left, doubles right for Corry. Wide side of the field to Corry's left. Now they put a man in motion to the left. Xander looking to throw. Throws the bubble screen, knocked down nicely. Oh, thought we were going to get a pick there. But coming up, I believe it's Brown. I'll see. I'll take a look here to see. I can't see the number from here. No, Brady Corcoran.
Brady Corcoran
nice
on
job.
that. That's a nice play there by Brady. Just enough upper, like Brady to grow another 3 or 4 inches before,
so the
before
basketball
next
coach.
year.
Let's bring up a 3rd down and goal now. Triples to the left, doubles to the right. They're really spreading them out. 5 wide. Xander looking in the end zone, still looking, throws to the end zone, overthrows everybody out of the back of the end zone. That'll bring up a 4th down now. Play, 4th down and 12. They got the sticks up. I thought it was 1st and goal from the 10. Must be short of the 10 because they're showing 4th and 12 from the 14. So they're showing that the ball can get to the 2-yard line for a 1st down.
Yeah, and I thought we had started to get some pressure in there, and I thought there was a hold there because I saw one of our guys do a little pirouette. So I really kind of wonder here we don't teach the pirouette here. I don't think that's in Hancock's playbook.
Xander with doubles both sides, looking to the left, now looks back to the right. The pass is complete, but it's going to be brought down immediately by Corcoran once again. And Titusville will get the ball on turnover. So a good defensive stand after giving up the long pass. Titusville takes over 1st and 10 at their own 11.
Yeah, and this is a good play here. Again, Brady Corcoran comes up quickly, makes, hits, wraps, brings them down. And this is one of the things we've talked about at our get-togethers watching football. These spread offenses, you see a lot of them. They're really good 20-20, but they get inside 20s, and they seem to have trouble trying to put the ball in the end zone.
The get-togethers he's referring to, Luke, are family feuds. 2 to the left, 2 to the right. As Titusville comes out over the ball, 1st down and 10, the ball at their own 11. Brown at quarterback with Easton Hogue in the backfield as a single running back. Now they're going to bring the receivers in tight, something we do often. Todd Brown out of shotgun. Brown gives it on the counter to Brady Corcoran. Corcoran gets to the outside. Oh, he gets tripped up enough for the 1st down. He's out across the 20 to about the 22. It is not. It's McIntyre, Skylar McIntyre on the carry.
You can see who's leading this play again, too. And we talked about this in the Grove City game. You had Jason Oakes pulling from that left guard position and leading that play.
Second down and 1, pick up a 9.
This is a nice distance, down and distance. You got a lot of options here as the offense and the defense really going to struggle on these type of downs.
Titusville comes out with, going to bring trips over to the left side. And in the formation problem, we'll see what happens here. Under center, Todd Brown. Brown gives it to Hogue. Hogue straight ahead, and he'll get enough, I believe, for the 1st down. First time tonight under center for Todd Brown. It is enough for the 1st down. 1st down and 10, Titusville. Ball out to about the 22. Titusville leading 7-0. First play of the game. Titusville went 65 yards on a nice belly series. Todd Brown doing the honors from 35-yard line of Titusville. Took it all the way to the house. Had a good defensive stop with a 1st and 10 from the 12-yard line of Titusville. Corry unable to put it in. We take it over. 1st down and 10 now. 22-yard line. Under center is Brown. Brown gives it off to Corcoran on the counter. Corcoran's hitting wrapped up out across the 25 to about the 27. Pickup of probably 5 or so.
This is a good read. Nice cutback by Brady here as he sees the opening to his right. Good blocking up front there. He had quite a big hole at the line of scrimmage. So right now, the line of scrimmage is ours.
Titusville will have the ball 2nd down and 5 at their own 28. They'll send doubles to the left, doubles to the right. Hogue, Easton Hogue back into the backfield with Todd Brown now out of shotgun. On the counter, it goes to McIntyre, cuts it upfield. He's out across the 30 and is going to be close to a 1st down territory, maybe a couple yards short. And they'll spot it at about the 32.
One of the successes we're having with these counters that we had last week, and we're having it again this week, I've noticed, is you've got linemen out in front of your ball carrier. that makes it a lot easier to carry that rock with seeing a couple of your friends out there that weigh 200-plus pounds.
3rd down and 2 at the 32 of Titusville. Titusville with the ball, bring the wide receivers in tight again. Out of shotgun. On the counter coming the other way. Turn it upfield, and they're going to be hit at about the line of scrimmage, and now we have a flag down. I'm not sure what it'll be, but there'll be a penalty flag at the, well, they threw it back to the 26th. So we'll see what the call is going to be here. Not enough for the first down. And we'll see
face
mask against Corry.
We'll
so
get a first down that way.
Yeah.
That was good play defensively for Corry. They stopped that counter. I thought Skylar cut it up well. I thought he had a bigger opening there than what happened. But one of the problems you get when you try to tackle kids high, and that's what Corry's doing. They're very upright in their tackling. As you get up around that face mask, it's something that's very easy to grab onto. And there's no option on that anymore. There's no 5-yard or 15-yard. You grab the face mask, it's 15.
So that takes the ball out to the 46 now for Titusville. 1st down and 10. This drive started at their own 11. 6:10 left to go first quarter. Rockets lead 7-0. They bring wide receivers in tight both sides. Brown out of shotgun. Todd dropping back, looking to throw. Still looking. Looking downfield, throws up short. It's complete at the 50. The 45, nice move inside. And the ball is taken down inside the 14 by Tom Rust to the 45-yard line of Oil City. Check that. Corry. I gotta get in there.
No wonder you missed the first play of the game.
I was going to say, I'm still faked out from the first play of the game.
You can see on the replay here, the nice thing about this play that you don't really, if you're not paying attention, is Todd Brown sitting back there enjoying a cup of coffee while receivers come clear and then makes the pass. He had no pressure on him whatsoever. So, again, early on in this game, this is what you want. You want to control the line of scrimmage, and our guys up front are beating theirs right now.
We have an injury timeout as a young man from Corry is limping off. That's Robert Vroman, senior, 5'5", 120 pounds is listed here, but he looks a little bigger than that to me.
No, you're looking at the wrong guy.
I'm looking at the wrong
You're
guy.
looking at number 8. That's Amir Amos.
I think I better pack it in and go home. See you, Luke. It's all Luke's fault when he told me to get my hands off the equipment earlier. Adam, you remember that, don't you? Luke turned his mic off, apparently.
You were trying to put the VCR tape into the machine. We don't use those anymore.
I brought it with me from the home. 2nd down and 1, Titusville now as we get underway. Doubles left for Titusville, singles to the right. McIntyre on the counter, going to the right, cuts it upfield. He's out across the 45, the 40, inside the 40 to the 35. Another good run out there, and there again you have your man leading the block.
Yeah, you got Jason Oakes leading the blocking out there, but the other thing you've got is on the right side of that offensive line of ours, they've got control people over there. Jason's coming around there looking for somebody to lay into. There's nobody there, so he just turns it upfield to get a downfield block. McIntyre does a nice job. If you're going to follow somebody, Jason's the guy to follow. And right now, if I'm Coach Hancock, I'm just going to run this play until Corry figures out how to stop it.
1st and 10, Titusville. They're down at the Corry 35. Again, this drive started at the Titusville 11. In motion to the left comes McIntyre. Now we have trips to the left now. Brown looking to throw, get some pressure. He's going to get to the outside. Looking downfield, he has a man deep towards the end zone. It's Corcoran, but the ball's thrown out of bounds at about the 3-yard line. That'll bring up a 2nd down situation.
Yeah, there they had a nice pressure there. Somebody came off the left side of the defense untouched. Todd had to get around him. I think Brady had his man beat, but Todd was too busy getting away from their pass rush, couldn't deliver the ball to him. By the time he got his feet back under him, the defensive back had recovered on him, and he just threw it away. And that's a good thing for Todd. Don't force the ball in there.
This time we'll move Brady Corcoran to the backfield as Ho comes out and gets a breather. Doubles to the left for Titusville and Lamy and Cody Sines. Now Cody Sines, well, I guess now Todd Brown changes up the play. We put trips to the right with Todd under center. Pitch back comes to Corcoran. Corcoran cuts it out across. We have a flag down across the 30 to about the 27. That's in the hold territory. Many times we see, and not just at this level, but in all levels of football, these penalties can really have an effect upon stalling a drive for you.
Yeah, you got to, as long as you're moving the football the way we are, no reason to grab a hold. Now maybe somebody's lost footing what happens there. And these are the plays that, you know, if you're Coach Hancock, and he talked a little bit about this from last week's ball game, you know, these while the play's going on, penalties you can kind of live with as long as they're not repeated over and over and over again. The ones that you don't want to see are the dead ball penalties. Those are the ones you really got to kind of keep control of there.
On the holding penalty, the ball comes out to the 44-yard line. So Titus will now have it second down and 18 at their own 44 with 4:44 left to go in the first quarter. Titus leading 7-0. Good drive going here if we can keep it up. Trips to the left for Titus, single to the right. Brown's rolling to his left, looking down, looking short. Comes up to McIntyre at about the 30-yard line, overthrows Schuyler, and goes incomplete. Bring up a third down for Titusville.
Yeah, I'm not too sure. He had Corcoran coming in the short range, about 5 yards downfield, and McIntyre about 5-7 yards past Corcoran. Not too sure exactly who Todd wanted to get that ball to. It went through Brady's hands, but it did look like it was more for Schuyler.
I was wondering if they ran some bad patterns there, Steve. They had 3 and 10 yards. Three receivers within 10 yards.
Yeah, you make it easy to cover you. It's same thing as basketball. If you don't spread them out, one guy can cover 2 guys.
So Titus will now have a third down 18, still at their 44-yard line. We'll send doubles to the right, doubles to the left. Brown out of shotgun. Hogue in the backfield. Brown looking to throw, still looking, steps up into the pocket. Going to get pressured, pulls away from one tackler, throws downfield. Got a man all by himself. Ackerman at the 5 and in close to the goal line. He's got a touchdown. Chase Ackerman got loose and then deep into the 5-yard line. Todd Brown broke a tackle and saw him.
2 things you really like about this play. One, again, we've seen this time and time again out of Todd Brown. He's getting pressure here. He steps up well, breaks a tackle here, eyes downfield. Now he throws the ball. Now watch the catch here by Ackerman. Watch the hands, right into the hands. He didn't let it hit the body, catches it with his hands into the end zone. Again, good play by Titusville. You like to see that out of your kids.
4:19 left in the first. Titusville with 2 scores here in the first quarter. Now we'll have the extra point attempt. Yeah, that was an excellent catch with the hands. So many times, like you mentioned, they do let it come into the body and lose it. Brown now for the extra point attempt. McIntyre to hold. Snap, placement, kick is up, and the kick is no good, off to the right. 4:19 left to go here in the first quarter. Titusville leads Corry 13-0. We'll be right back with more Rocket football right after these messages.
Armstrong is bringing Television Plus to all the TVs in your home. With our new digital adapter, you'll see more value from your Variety Pack or Premium Channel subscriptions. Watch your favorite Variety Pack channels like Disney XD or NBC Sports on every TV throughout your house. See HBO and Showtime series in the kitchen, or hit movies from Stars and Cinemax from the comfort of your bed. To order your digital adapters, visit ArmstrongOneWire.com/turniton. Armstrong, One Wire, infinite possibilities.
$4:19 left to go here in the first quarter. Titusville 13, Corry 0. As Titusville's come out here, Steve, you mentioned to be pregame that Titusville needs to come out of the first quarter here and get things going just the way we left it last week. Seems that's what they're doing.
Yeah, they've done a nice job. The front 5 again have controlled things, and they're in control of it. You just got to keep this on now. Like we say, do it for 4 quarters now.
Todd Brown to kick for Titusville. Kick's going off to the left side. Be picked up at about the 15, out across the 20, the 25, and brought down about the 27-yard line. And we'll catch the number of the ball carrier there, if I can. Number 21, Brady Davis on the carry for Corry. So Titusville now will see if they can get in a 3-and-out situation. And Corry comes out for their second offensive series. Did have one good pass play first offensive series, got the ball down to the 11-yard line of Titusville. Then Titusville's defense stood up strong. Trips to the right now for Corry. Xander at quarterback with Craig as running back. Gives the ball up to Craig straight ahead. He drives out across the 35 to about the 37. Pickup of about 6-7 yards on the play.
At that time, Corry had good blocking there up front. They opened a hole there. Titusville's defensive line, you got to chew up blockers so your linebackers can make plays here, is what you're looking for out of the defensive front.
Trips to the right once again for Corry, and now the official timeout is equipment problem there for Titusville. It's a 2nd down and 4. The ball is out to the Corry 38-yard line. 3:47 left here in the first quarter. Titusville leading 13-0 if you just joined us. As Titusville is trying to keep the momentum going from a real fine football game last week at homecoming here against Grove City. So far, going well for Titusville if they can just keep it up here. All set to go. Trips to the right for Corry. Quarterback keeps the ball straight ahead across the 40 to about the 42. Fumbled. Titusville has it. We'll see. Yes, Titusville got the ball at the 42. So nice job by the Titusville defense. I don't know who it was that knocked it out. I'm going to give Nosco credit, but we'll see.
Now, here again, they try to run this same option read series that Titusville ran for a touchdown on the first play of the game. And the quarterback, I think, does a nice job reading it, but that ball is just a little bit loose in his hands, and a couple of Rockets came up there and popped him pretty good. And that ball gets kicked off to the side, and his only brown shirt's out there, so we knew pretty much for sure Titusville had the recovery.
So Titusville takes over 1st down and 10 at the Corry 42-yard line. Big break. Doubles to the right, doubles to the left for Titusville. See if we can make something of it. In motion to the left is Hogue. Brown looks to Brady Corcoran, gets a block, cuts to the inside, now to the outside. He's across the 40, cuts back, across the 35, down to the 30, the 29. A lot of juking, and the young sophomore takes it inside the 30-yard line. Enough for a 1st down, about the 29.
Yeah, this play should have really been stopped there early on. You can see 1 missed tackle there, 2 there, and almost a face mask coming in. But Brady breaks 2 or 3 tackles, making people miss. He's got really quick feet. Corry just can't stay with him.
So it's 3 minutes, 10 seconds left to go in the first quarter. As we now have Titusville with the 1st down and 10. Matt Kerr into the ball game for Titusville. 1st down and 10 at the Corry 30-yard line. In motion, McIntyre to the left. Brown gives the ball off to Hogue. Hogue drives straight ahead. Oh, nice leg drive. Going to take it inside the 29 to about the 27. Only a gain of 2, but that was a tough run by Easton Hogue.
That's a good run there, but number 70 for Corry here does a nice job. He stuffs this play there. Of course, it's Matt Kerr just came into the ball game, so he's a little cold, but Matt Allen for Corry does a nice job here trying to hold that up or stopping it for just a 1-yard gain.
2nd down 9. Tom Rusk, Chase Ackerman wide to the right. Cody Sines and Cooper Lamy to the left for Titusville. Todd Brown signaling something with his hip. Going to be a quick out. He does. Gets it to Cody Sines. Cody Sines tries to get to the outside. Cannot. Goes to about the 26. Pick up of a couple on the play. Brings up a 3rd down and probably 7 or 8. Now they're making it 3rd down and 6. 2 minutes left to go here in the first quarter. Titusville with probably 2 down territory right now for Coach Hancock. The ball is at the 26-yard line of Corry. Doubles to the right for Titusville would be Cody Sines and Cooper Lamy. Brady Corcoran and Skylar McIntyre doubled to the left. Now McIntyre is going to go to the right. We'll have trips to the right side. Brown out of shotgun. Low snap. Brown picks it up. He's rolling to his right. Still rolling. Pulls up. Now we have a flag down. Brown out across the 20 inside the 15 and down to about the 10, but it's coming back on a hold.
Yeah, it looks like it's going to be called a hold there. Yeah. Not too sure who they got there, but there again, another example. We're going to see it here. It's a bad snap coming down on the ground. Todd does a nice job. I thought maybe he'd just continue to the right, and it looks like, I don't know about that.
Yeah, Scott Fry, I think
it was like Scott Fry there, but I'm not too sure how you get a hold out of that when the offensive lineman gets tossed.
My goodness. But nonetheless, instead of the 10-yard line, we'll be bringing it way back. It'll be outside of the 40 to about the 44-yard line. Mark it at the 43-yard line of Corry. Big difference.
Yeah, and you notice that this happened here on Corry's first drive. We thought there was a very close call that should have been measured. They just automatically gave it. One of the things the officials have to understand, this is a grass field. These lines get painted on by hand, not a turf field. So these lines may not be exactly straight. They're not marking off penalties. They're just looking at where it's at and then moving back to where they think it should be. I'm not too sure about that on a grass field.
Doubles both sides for Titusville.
Mind you, I'm not giving up in the grass
Brady
field.
Corcoran at quarterback. Brady pulls it down. He's out across the 40. Get going, Brady. He's crossed the 35. Goes to the outside. Nice move. 30-yard line. And knocked out of bounds around the 10. Oh, what a nice job by the quarterback that time. Brady Corcoran.
Yeah, Corcoran does a nice job here, and the pass rush just comes straight back, and this is the one before this. And we're going to catch back up here to live.
Was that the one from the Oil City game?
That was one from the Oil City game.
Whom we haven't played yet.
Yeah, we haven't played that one yet, but that's okay. That's next week.
Down to the 13-yard line was the run by Corcoran, and it'll be first down and 10 Titusville at the 13 of Corry. Big play.
There it is there. Good block there by Cody Sines.
Brown on the counter, gives it to Cody Sines. Got to get upfield. Gets a good block to the outside and continues upfield and knocked out of bounds about the 4. Be a pickup of about 8 or so on the play.
Here's that counter again that we're starting to run pretty well here and effectively. I thought maybe Cody should have cut that up off or a little quick off the block of Jason Oakes, but he still makes a good gain on it. Pick up about 6 yards, but he may have been in the end zone had he cut up inside the block here of Jason Oakes, and Jason Oakes once again doing an excellent job leading that counter.
We all cut him up here. We were all running the ball for him up here.
That's right. Yeah, it's funny how we can do that.
What is put another camera facing this way? 44 seconds left. Titusville, second down and 4 from the 6-yard line of Corry. Brown at quarterback, rolling to his right, looking, still rolling, has a man in the end zone, incomplete. Bring up a third down and 4 with 38 seconds left in the first.
Todd does a nice job just keeping this play alive, going to the right, waiting, trying to give receivers plenty of time to come open. Corry does a nice job here. They stick right with our receivers. No place really open to throw to.
So it's a third down and 4 from the 6-yard line. Titusville can get a first down here without getting it into the end zone. Titusville will send all their wideouts, and will come in tight on both sides. Brown with Easton Hogue. Brown on the counter to Cody Sines. Turn it upfield into the end zone. Cody Sines, that time he got her upfield.
Yeah, and you can see you've got 2 linemen out in front of him leading the play. And once again, I said it when we started doing, there's Jason Oakes out front. Cody does a nice job this time cutting it up here. Until Corry figures out how to stop this counter, you're going to see this all night long.
So Titus is up 19-0. See if we go for 2 here to make up for the point we missed last time. It appears that that's what Coach Hancock will want to do. 32 seconds left here in the first quarter, 19-0. As we get set for the extra point. Instant replay brought to you by Oral Creek Plastics. We thank them for their support. On the snap, rolling to his right, throws to the end zone. He's got a man there. Oh, off his hands as he's looking for Cody Sines, I believe, on the far side. So the extra point is no good. 32 seconds left in the first quarter. Titusville leads 19-0 here as we get set for the Titusville Rocket kickoff. So that is so far, Steve, we've had good drives and being able to handle the ball, get the momentum, and one more score can really put the heads down to the Corry Beavers because it just builds on you after a while when you get smacked right at the beginning of the game. We know we've been there,
we've been in this position before. We've had people smack us in the teeth an awful lot. Now we've done it here. We've got 3 touchdowns here in the first quarter. Again, a dominant quarter, just like the third quarter against Grove City. We've just got more points. Corry now has to come out. Now they've shown that they can move the ball. They got it down there towards the 10-yard line on their first drive. Just couldn't quite punch it into the end zone. Turned the ball over on their second drive. So here, if you're Corry, you're telling your kids, hey, listen, we can move the ball. We can put points on the board. You just got to keep slugging away here. Hold on to the ball, and we'll get back in this.
I think one of the things that impresses me so far, I'm sorry to interrupt you there, is our ability to overcome the penalties.
Yes,
we had 2 holding
we had 2 of them on
drive.
that. Yeah, we did a nice job, and it wasn't like you took a 2nd and 8 and had a big play and came back and made it 3rd and 1 or 2nd and 1 because of where the penalty occurred. They were 2nd and long. If you're Titusville's coaches now, you're going to tell them, let's step on them. Let's end this now.
Get it done.
Get it done now.
All set to go on the kickoff. Todd Brown with the kickoff. It's going to bounce down, be picked up by Craig at about the 20. Check that out across the 30, the 35, and he's going to be running hard out across the 40 to the 43-yard line. Young man runs real hard.
Yeah, that's a good solid run there by Craig. And if I'm on special teams for Titusville, I'm going to be tempted to kick that ball away from somebody else. Make somebody else handle that thing.
And I would suspect if I'm the Corry coaches, even though you're down 19-0, I think I will get that ball in his hands a little bit more.
I'd get the ball in his hands a lot more. I'm kind of surprised, really, to be honest with you. I think he was leading their team in yards coming into the night.
I believe
he really hasn't handled the ball all that much. I'd be tempted to put the ball in his hands and see if Titusville can stop him before I do too much more.
So we're set to go now as Corry has a first down and 10. The ball's at their own 43 with 24 seconds left in the quarter. They have double wides to the right, a man in the wing right, and a single to the left. The ball's given off to Craig. Craig's out across the 45, the 50, inside the 50. Nice run. 45 to 40. He's loose. 35, 30, 25, 10. He's going to the house. And Liam Craig, just as we were talking, takes it from his own 43-yard line to the end zone, and Corry gets on the scoreboard.
Yeah, and this is a good run. This is what we talked about. This young man runs hard. Easton Hogue has a shot at him there, but doesn't wrap or can't wrap his arms on him. 14. Lamy has a shot there and misses him, and then he got a good downfield block by the wide receiver, and by that time it's all over but the chase to the end zone. This is what Titusville's going to have to stop. This is what you didn't want to see Titusville's defense do, is give up this big play, because it's plagued us all year. So now you've got up by 3 scores now. You just gave one right back real quick here. You've got to come back offensively now and put another touchdown on the board.
Well, what we were speculating here just before that play came true, we were talking about giving that ball to Liam Craig. He's a tough runner. Let me see. Craig is 6 foot, 180-pound junior, so we'll see him another year yet. But very strong runner. We have a man down on the field right now for Corry, so we have a short timeout. 13 seconds left to go in the first quarter. Titusville 19, Corry 6 here in the first quarter of play. The game's far, far from over, so this good start by Titusville doesn't mean anything if you don't keep it going. It don't mean a thing if it ain't got that zing.
Is that what that is?
No.
I didn't think so. We're back at Oils. Oh, no. Yeah, here's the play again, and you get a couple of guys that they get hands on them, but they can't really get a shoulder on them, and you're not going to bring this young man down with a hand. You're going to have to get shoulders into him. There again, a good block, and he's got good speed. Once he gets open, he's got the legs to carry him to the end zone. So Titusville, again, here, you're going to have to step up here now. Defend us, whether they go for 1 or whether they go for 2. My guess is probably we'll go for 2 here. You got to try to stop this 2-point conversion. Now you got to answer again, just like you did with Grove City. And we'll see what Titusville can do here. We had a chance here to talk to your defense, settle them down a little bit. But right now, I'm a little concerned, telling my front linemen, you guys are getting handled a little bit. Let's pick it up.
Step it up. Gary Walker is the injured player. He's going off with a little bit of help, but he's limping off. 6'1", 250-pound senior for Corry, so see whether or not we see him a little bit later. And they will go for the attempted 2-point conversion. On the snap, looking for the end zone. There's a flag on the play, and it is no good. We'll see what the flag is. I think maybe procedure. Just my quick guess.
I'm thinking Titusville jumped early. I saw somebody shoot up in there.
No, illegal procedure against Corry.
Good.
I think their tackle moved
Tackle
off
moved
to the
a little
left.
bit.
Yeah.
That was a good throw there by the quarterback. I thought the receiver had position on that reception there, just didn't haul it in. And, we've talked about this before. If you're a team that's struggling, you get a chance to make a play, you got to make a play. And I thought that Corry's receiver should have really caught that ball. It was there.
Yeah, he was there. 13 seconds left in the first quarter of play. It's 19-6. Titusville on top, so Titusville now will receive the kickoff from the Corry Beavers and see if we can get some momentum back on our side, having just given up the big run by Mr. Craig, 57-yard touchdown run from scrimmage. And that's the man that I think probably we're going to have to kind of zero in on here, Steve, as this game goes along. Coach Hancock, I'm sure, will make some adjustments with, Coach Salvo, I think, runs the defense
on it. Yeah, what we've seen, I've kind of watched a little bit here because coming into him, we knew he was going to be an important part of their offense.
Sure.
When he's spread wide, when he's not in the backfield, he's spread wide. We've had Brady Corcoran lining up against him, and they moved Brady to him. So we know that it looks like Brady and he are going to be locked up when he's in wide. The problem is when you put him in the backfield, what are you going to do here? And do you still have somebody spying on him? I'm not too sure what Titusville will do there, but they're going to have to figure out something. But the big thing is get control again of the line of scrimmage there out of your defensive linemen.
Zach Shelley to kick off for Corry. Onside kick. And Titusville recovers it at the 48-yard line. Good hands, good look.
Who's at the bottom of that pile?
No, it was good reaction by Titusville.
Yeah, who? Skylar McIntyre. That's a good play. You see, he started to go back, but his eyes didn't leave the kicker, and he saw that thing come up. Or good hands there by Skylar. That's a good smart play because we've seen that work a lot. You're not expecting it. Your front guys just turn to get back into blocking position.
So Titusville will get pretty good field position now. They'll have the ball at their own 46, first down and 10. 11 seconds to go. Titusville leading 19-6 here in the first quarter of play from Carter Field. Titusville will send doubles to the right. Now they're going to bring their wideouts in tight. Brown at quarterback. Easton Hogue running back. Ball is given off on the counter to Cody Sines. Cody's out across the 50. Drives ahead to about the 47-yard line. Pick up for about 7 on the play. And that will end the first quarter play, but a good run by Cody Sines. And again, Steve, try and run that counter
Here
play.
they come, the two big boys. You got Stearns there, 64. He cuts pursuit off really well for Cody and gives him another 5-6 yards. But here again, I'm going to run this counter till you figure out how you're going to stop it. And right now, they cannot stop it. They haven't stopped it all night yet. So I would keep giving it to them, spoonful after spoonful, until they stop it.
So the first quarter comes to an end here at Carter Field as the Titusville Rockets will lead 19-6, the best first quarter we've had this season. And that's really good. So I wasn't sure what our producer was motioning to me about there. So I'm misreading a little bit of everything. I've been to Oil City.
Yeah, well.
And they're looking for me. I saw them in the white jackets down here, but I'm hiding up here.
With a big butterfly net.
Sorry, Luke. So we'll see what happens now with Titusville with the ball. It'll be a second down and 3. It'll be at the 46-yard line of Corry as we switch ends. Titusville will now be heading towards the north end of the field. If you're familiar with Carter Field, that'll be the big grandstands at the north end. I'll tell you what, and this has absolutely nothing to do with the football game. Just speaking of the north end, the end zone, and so on. Great facility here at Titusville. This has traditionally been a great place to play football, but it's just a really nice stadium.
Yeah, it really is, and that grandstand, that covering really sets it off. It's one of the few in high school football in the area, if not the only one in high school football in the area. So kind of keeps the rain off if it's a bad night, but right now there's no rain.
Doubles both sides for Titusville. Brown on the snap, wants to throw up quick. He does to Skylar McIntyre. Nice reception by Skylar. Takes it inside the 40 to about the 39, be enough for a first down. There's another thing I've noticed. I watched warm-ups tonight, and one of the things I noticed with Titusville boys, we receive the ball into the hands better now than we did in the first game of the season.
Oh, much better.
They've really been working well on that.
Working well. You catch a ball if you're a receiver, you're working it, you want to be a receiver, catch the ball with your hands, not with your chest.
Doubles left, doubles right for Titusville. First down at 10 at the Corry 39 in motion. Ackerman to the left. Todd Brown gives it off. No, Todd keeps it. Drives it up across the middle. He's going to get smacked at about the line of scrimmage and brought down. That's the one he got the touchdown on. That time, nobody bid on it.
Yeah, that time, Corry Beavers stayed at home. They're just off the left tackle there. You'll see them. They stand up our offensive line, and they're both right there. I think we might have missed a blocker just a little bit, but that's good defensive play there by Corry. Good stand.
Wilcox on the tackle for Corry. Titusville now have it second down and 11. Actually, a loss of one. The ball's back at the 40. They spot it. Titusville will have a single to the right. They bring Cody Sines in tight on the tight end spot. On the ball, on the snap. It comes to McIntyre, and Corry's going to get him in the backfield. McIntyre will pick up a couple after being hit, but still lose a couple. So Corry now has made some adjustments on this play, Steve, that you were talking about. Time to go somewhere else, maybe.
Yeah, well, this one was a little bit slow in developing. You see that penetration there. Cody Sines got picked off and kind of hurt the pulling guard there on that trap. And then they shot somebody up there, came up real quick. I think it was unaccounted for. But I just thought that counter there just got off to a little bit of a slow start.
Third down 13 at the 42 of Corry for the Rockets, leading 19-6 here in the second quarter. 10:27 left to go in the first half. We'll have doubles both sides. Now we'll bring him in tight. Easton Hogue will stay in the backfield. Todd talking to Easton. Todd Brown rolling back to pass. Rolling to his left, looking downfield, still looking. Now he throws deep. He's got a man deep towards the end zone. It's Corcoran in and out of his hands. Corcoran made a nice comeback to the ball at about the 5-yard line, and it just goes incomplete.
Yeah, it's a good Good rollout here by Todd. He's trying to square his shoulders. Remember, he's going left. This is going to be a hard throw for him. And I'm just not too sure. It's there, but I'm not too sure if he'd have had room out there towards the sidelines on the far side. I think he'd have been out of bounds anyway. That's one of those where it's a very long pass pattern. You've got to really protect your quarterback to get that pass away.
4th down and 13. Titusville's going to go for it. They're at the 42 of Corry. We'll have doubles left, doubles right. Easton Hogan in the backfield. Todd Brown at quarterback on the snap. Push kick. Brown punts it down. It's going to hit it about the 10 and go into the end zone, touchback. So a good try by Titusville as they got the quick kick out of the quarterback, but it goes into the end zone. Corry will take over 1st and 10 at their own 20.
Yeah, offensively, you didn't get what you wanted there. You didn't even establish much of a drive there. A couple of negative plays put you in a hole you couldn't overcome. One of the things you got to, you see this happening here, is you want to make sure that your kids are still as intense as they were at the start of this ball game. You can't let off here. Remember, we talked about when it was 19-0. Now's the time to end the ball game, and instead you allowed a touchdown. Now your defense is back on the field. They've got to get a stop here. You can win the field position battle here if we can get a quick 3 and out.
Corry comes out now. They'll send doubles to the left, single to the right. Man in the wing left. Xander at quarterback. High snap, gets the ball, keeps it. He's up across the 15. Checked at the 20 to about the 22. Gain of about 3 or 4 on the play. We'll see where they spot. That was Bryce Xander, the quarterback on the keeper. Picks up a couple.
Yeah, it wasn't a bad defensive play there by Titusville. They read it well and reacted well to the read. Quarterback reading it to the fullback, kept it up the middle, and whoever's got quarterback responsibilities was at home, stayed there.
It brings up a 2nd down and 7. The ball at the 22 of Corry. Corry with their possession. Now we're going to send doubles to the left. Craig in the backfield with Xander. Snap. Xander looking downfield. Throws it up short. It's caught at about the 30. Close to a 1st down. Believe they'll spot it just outside of the 30. It'd be enough for a 1st down.
Yeah,
First down and 10.
That one's close enough to the markers you can give that.
You have to measure that one. It's right by the chains. 9 minutes exactly left in the half. Titusville gives up the 1st down. The ball spotted at the Corry 30. Good. This is a big defensive series for Titusville. Last time defense was on the field, they scored on us. So Titusville needs to get this ball back. Doubles to the left, single to the right for Corry. Got a man in the wing. Coming to the left side. Xander wants to throw. He throws up short and over the head of Craig, as Titusville defended that well with Cody Sines.
Yes, Cody Sines jumped on the receiver there. Craig, just as soon as he saw him coming out his direction, he picks him up real quick. Nobody to throw to. Actually, if I'm that quarterback, I want that ball a little bit higher and a little further away from those two than where it was, because the ball just could be just a little bit slick, and if it slips out of your hands, you could get it picked off.
Fonterra is wide to the left, single on the left side. They got trips on the right side now. Xander gives the ball off to Craig. Oh, he cuts it across. Big opening. 35, 40. Gets to the outside. Here's the 45.
It's
penalty flag.
Yep.
45 to Titusville.
Good
The
hustle.
40 of Titusville. But it is coming back.
Nice read there by the quarterback and a good run there by Craig, but there was a block in the back early up, and I'm assuming it's a block in the back. It's coming up here wide open here. Nobody there. You see Cody Sines shoot up there, and there's nobody there in the second tier. Now, this is a good hustle by Skylar McIntyre to come across the field to make that tackle. But it will come back. It is a block in the back.
So Craig almost got another one loose, as he is the main cog in this offense so far for Corry this evening. 6 foot, 180-pound junior, but that'll go to no avail as they bring the ball back. And now they're talking, they got to get the official to bring the football back. 8:35 left here in the half, 19-6 Titusville. The penalty flag is at the Corry 41, so it'll be 10 yards from there. Take it back to the 31-yard line, and it'll bring up a 2nd down and 9. So not a major problem for Corry, 2nd down and 9, but major in the fact that it didn't get inside the Titusville 40.
Yeah, it's a good thing for Titusville that that one was called. It was a nice play by Corry. It opened up the right side of the defense.
Fonterra comes wide to the left. They're going to send doubles, now trips to the right. That leaves Liam Craig in the backfield with Xander, the quarterback. Zander looking over the middle. Pass is high, and nice job by McIntyre and Watkins, knocking the ball out of the hands of the wideout, Colin Futura.
Yeah, they're running a lot of slant routes and getting in front of our corners, and they're bigger than our corners to begin with. So, but there's a nice place. McIntyre, I'd like to see our middle backers maybe read that a little quicker, get a little deeper on their drops if we're going to give that slant in front of the corners.
Ventura is a 6'4" receiver against 5'7" Watkins. Now Corey comes out on a 3rd down and 9, trips to the right. Wonder what Craig's going to get this one. Nobody. He's going to drop back. Zantera looking down deep. He's got a man deep, but he overthrows out to the Titusville 40. So it'll bring up a 4th down as they try to go deep to Craig as they lined him up in the slot to the right.
Yeah, and the quarterback steps in there and just a little too much air under the ball, so he overthrows him. Corcoran just a little bit behind Craig there, but not in bad position.
So that'll bring up a 4th down and 9 from the Corry 31, assuming a punt situation. Although they tried the onside kick, they may fake a punt here too. Down 19-6 here in the first half.
Well, Titusville needs to watch because the guy punting is Craig, the running back. So you've got to watch here.
And he's not listed as a kicker on the program. So Titusville will be watching to see if he kicks it. He is going to run it. No, it's an Australian kick. It's blocked. Titusville blocked it at the 20. They pick it up and take it in the end zone. Touchdown, Titusville.
This is, we've watched the Craig kid play, and he's played very well. He's run very well. But this here is a bad play. You've got to kick that right now. You let it too far up there with McIntyre to block at. You've got to get rid of it. You've got to kick that ball well before that. That's just bad judgment there by Liam Craig on that, and a good play by Skylar McIntyre. Come up and attack at.
Big play for the Rockets, 25-6. That is a big turn of events for Titusville on the block kick. Titusville picks it up and takes it in.
That's a momentum breaker for you too. If you're Corey,
yeah,
you just got yourself back into this game a little bit, and then this happens to you again. We talked about it. Turnovers and penalties. 2 things that can really turn the tide of a ball game.
Titusville will attempt a 3-point conversion. They'll send trips to the right. And a whistle and too many men on the field for somebody. No. Let's see what the umpire is going to call here. It's against Corey. He was counting numbers. I guess there's too many men on the field for Corey. So that'll move it half the distance to this.
There goes one.
Now, I don't know whether that moves it or they penalize him on the kickoff. Well, it goes half the distance. So Titusville will get it about the 1.5 now. And they'll send the receivers in tight now, change the play. Ball's given off to second man, driving straight across, punches into the end zone for the 2-point conversion on the counter, and that is Cody Sines. So Sines picks up the 2-point conversion. 8:15 left to go. You're listening to Rocket Football on the Stream, Armstrong and Allegheny News Talk Sports Network. We'll be right back.
Oil Creek Plastics, the industry leader in polyethylene pipe, is proud to be a part of the Titusville community and a proud sponsor of Titusville High School athletics. Located off Route 27 in East Titusville, Oil Creek Plastics has been a vested part of the Titusville community for 28 years. At Oil Creek Plastics, we take pride in supporting our community and are thrilled to bring instant and slow motion replay to the Stream's Titusville Rockets sports broadcasts. In Titusville and here to stay, Oil Creek Plastics. Best of luck to the Titusville Rockets.
$8:15 left to go here in the first half. Titusville with a blocked punt returned into the end zone for the touchdown lead. Now 27-6 with 8:15 to go. So we're discussing the entire play there, Steve. We're trying to figure out what was a run option, what it was for Mr. Liam Craig.
Well, I think on that he's got the run option there, and I'd give the kid that too. But the one thing I'd be telling him is if there's somebody out there, you got to punt that thing away. You can't run up to him. If you're going to do that, just give him the ball. I was really kind of surprised that he allowed himself to get that close. Maybe he thought McIntyre wasn't going to attack.
I was just watching. You were talking about don't kick it to Liam Craig. They just switched down there, and one of the coaches hollered out to Todd Brown, they switch. So I think they're going to try to kick away from Craig. We'll see. Todd Brown approaches, and he kicks it out of bounds. It'll come to the
That's away from him.
That's away from him. That ball went right out of bounds right now. So it will be either a re-kick or the ball will be brought out to the 35-yard line.
Corey's coming back like they're going to have him re-kick it.
Yeah, they are. and that's what they're going to do. So it will be up to Mr. Brown to kick it again.
Yeah, and I'm not too sure that I necessarily agree with this coaching decision here to make him kick it again. Granted, you've had good success on kickoffs, but if like I say, it's a little damp tonight. That ball could be a little bit slick. You never know what'll happen there. And you've shown that offensively you can move the ball. I think I'd be taking the ball at 1st and 10 at the 35 if it were me.
Well, what they don't understand, if Todd gets a hold of it, he can put it down there in the 10-5-yard line over their heads.
Yeah,
they're standing out now to about the 22.
Yeah, he can put this ball over their heads. They could end up with really bad field position.
Brown approaches. Squib kick is off of one of the Corry front men, picked up by the back man at about the 35. Out across the 35, the 40, the 45, the 50, and that's the big boy Colin Futura, the wideout who picks it up, 6'4", 200-pound wide receiver, takes it inside Tassel territory to the 49. So good coach's decision that time, as it turned out.
Yeah, I'm kind of surprised here. Normally we've seen Todd kick this ball, and he gets good height and good distance on it. We just haven't seen it tonight here. And this is not good kick coverage here. They've taken the ball up the middle on us just about on every kickoff. Special teams, we need to get somebody in that middle that's going to stay there.
First down and 10, Corry at the Titusville 49-yard line. Trips to the right for Corry. Check the doubles to the right and doubles to the left for Corry. Ball is given off to Craig. Cuts it to the left side. Out across about the 45-yard line. Brought down there by Lamy and
Signs. That's a good play by Cody here. He tacks up the field, then comes back and recovers that. And that's a good hit by Lamy coming up there. You sandwich this kid a few times, and he's not going to quit, but it could slow him down.
This time Craig will go into the slot to the right, so they have trips to the right now. Single back. Ball's given off to the single back. He cuts it off to the left side. He's at the 40 to the 39-yard line. Picks up about 6 on the play. And that would be Bailey Volk on the carry.
And again, that's Cody Signs having to come upfield and then retreat. There he is coming upfield and retreating. Our middle linebackers are getting pinned to the inside. I think they've got to do a little better job of getting out there because that's just how they're going to break it. Cody's going to have to, I think, take the quarterback on this.
Trips to the right. The ball's given off to the first man through. He's across the 35 to about the 34. Well, we seem to be really bare on the right side once they start up to the middle, and then they cut back to their left side, our right side. And if Signs isn't there, it's wide open.
Yeah, it's wide open. I think what's happening is the tackle, you're going to watch the left tackle. He's going to come in from his position on here and pin the middle linebacker. So our linebackers have got to be aware of that and get themselves out there.
Doubles both ways for Corry. Ball's given off to Craig. Craig right up the middle. He's tripped up very quick in there by Hogue. He'll pick up a few on the play. He'll bring up a short, be out to the Titusville 31. Bring up a 3rd down and 3.
That's a good attacking play there by Easton Hogue. Now, there your middle backer is getting off his block, or they didn't get to him, one or the other, and he can come up here and make a play on that. That's what you want to see out of your backers.
6:30 left to go first half. Titusville leading 27-6. Trips to the right now for Titusville. Xander with the ball, gives it off to the first man through, drives straight ahead, breaks the tackle to 25, inside the 20 to about the 19. And the ball carrier is Tegan Dreyer. So Dreyer, nice run there, takes it inside the Titusville 20.
Yeah, he got through 2 guys there, Hogue and Signs both just getting a hand on him, not really being able to get a shoulder to him. So this is the drive that we've seen Corry do. Titusville's got to figure out defensively how we're going to get somebody up there, some added run support.
6:09 left to go first half. 27-6 Titusville as Corry has a first down and 10 at the Titusville 19. They'll send trips to the right. Single back. Xander looking over the middle. Now he's going to throw outside, and the back's not looking, and Titusville goes after it as though it's a lateral, but it is not. Incomplete pass. So miscommunication that time by the offense.
Yeah, that's quarterback's on page 1 and the running back's on page 2.
And
he didn't even look for the ball,
no,
so obviously they weren't on the same page there.
Brings up a 2nd down and 10 at the 19. Trips again to the right for Corry. Bryce Xander at quarterback. Oh, I thought he moved. Gives it off the first man through, Dwyer, and he is going to pick up maybe 1 or 2 on the play. We'll see how many they spot. It's Tegan Dreyer is the running back. He is a 6 foot 170-pound junior.
Yeah, that's good. Cody Signs down the line of scrimmage there, and Easton Hogue from the middle backer position. I'm watching Titusville's defensive front, and it's really kind of odd. Watch the front four here. They are guard tackle.
Steve. I think I'm in Oil City.
I know. I understand that. Yeah. But they're given a gap there over the center. There's nobody over top the center.
On the snap, Xander throws to the left side on the screen. Nice, come up quickly is Mr. Watkins to drop Mr. Fonterra. That's a good defensive play by Mike.
Yeah, Mike comes up here real quick to make that tackle. Obviously, that's a timing play, and the timing's just not there to get that, because you can see the flow from the inside of the play, from the middle of the play coming out to try to break that open, and it just wasn't there.
4th down and 7. Big 4th down play. The ball's at the Rockets 16. Coaching staff not real quick over there to make the call of this next play, but we'll see what they have. Craig's in the backfield. I would say to Craig. Ball's given off. No, Xander's going to throw. Gets a little bit of pressure. Still pressured. Throws over the middle and overthrows everybody. Incomplete. Nice pressure in there by the Titusville front four.
Yeah, it was I think it's Scott Fry coming in here from the left defensive end there, and
Yes.
I would expect a little bit more. Craig just barely gets enough of him. The quarterback's going to lose his head. And this is what happens if you can get, particularly to a young quarterback, you get to him and pressure him, he'll throw it to nobody.
So it's a turnover on downs for Corry as they get it down to the 16. The second time they've been in the red zone, had to turn it over on downs. Titusville has a 1st down and 10. Titusville will send doubles both sides. Todd Brown with Hogue at the running spot. Todd Brown keeps it. Comes out across. He's going to be hit. He'll drive ahead, maybe pick up a couple. We'll see on the spot. Not quite to the 20-yard line.
So Corry's made a couple of adjustments here. I see that there's a lot more of the Corry defenders getting to the ball carrier real quick here. There's 1, there's 2, and you see 3 or 4 more coming in here. So either Titusville's not doing the job they were doing in the earlier drives, blocking, or we're not holding the blocks quite as long as we need to.
Titusville will send doubles to the right, doubles to the left. Now they put a man in motion. That is Chase Ackerman. He'll be tripped up on the right side now. And Chase moves. It'll be 5 on Titusville. That'll move the ball back to about the 13-yard line. We'll bring up a 2nd down and 13.
Yeah, again, a little sloppy here. Concentration here. You got to keep your heads in the ball game now. 27-6, you're up 3 touchdowns, but you can't lose your heads and lose concentration.
Titusville have trips to the right. Single to the left. Brown gives the ball off. No, Brown keeps it. Drives straight ahead. He'll bring it out close to the 20-yard line. Bring up. Probably need 3rd and about 7 or 8.
Yeah,
excuse me. Go ahead.
Looking for the read on these aren't quite as quick as they were earlier in the ball game, so it's almost like they've gone a little slow on these. But I look in here, you got Brady Corcoran in the backfield, but I still look for this ball to be airborne.
Doubles both sides for Titusville. Bad snap. Brown picks it up, looking over the middle, still looking, pulls it down. He's going to be sacked. So Titusville will have to get into a punt situation as Todd unable to make something happen on the low snap, and that'll bring up a 4th down punt situation for Titusville. Mr. Brady Corcoran will be doing the kicking for Titusville.
Yeah, and I think here on this one, Todd got a little panicky. I think he had plenty of time. I think he wasn't really being pressured, but that clock in the quarterback's head you hear so many people talk about was ticking down, and so he tried to take it up the middle there. I think he'd have been okay if he'd have just held on a little bit lower. Because we had Cody Signs coming from the far side to the near side. I think he would have cleared the defender and had an opportunity for a 1st down.
Corcoran will get the kick away from about his 5. Standing back at his own 45 is Liam Craig. High snap. Corcoran handles it. Gets the kick away. It's going to be a short kick. It's going to hit at the 40. Roll dead somewhere around the 45-yard line of Titusville. So Corry will have pretty good field position with 2:07 left in the half. It'll be 1st down and 10 at the Titusville 45.
Yeah, we talked about the first quarter being pretty much all Titusville until you gave up that one quick score, and now the ball game's kind of taken a little bit of a lull. There's, we've seen Corry get the ball down into the red zone. And again, we've talked about it. You're in that spread offense. You get inside that 20. space gets a little bit tight. It's a little harder to move the ball. They've stalled both times here, but Titusville has not really shown us anything offensively since early in this quarter.
Defensively, it's been kind of that old bend but don't break
bend but don't
mentality.
break thing. And that's, out of these spread offenses, you see a lot of that.
Corry comes out first down and 10 with 2:07 going a half. They have it at Titusville's 45. Trips to the right. Bryce Zander at quarterback. Zander dropping back to throw. He's going to get pressured. Now he rolls to his right. He's going to pull the ball down and hit into 50 and drop for a loss of 5. Good hustle over there with Dave Stearns along with
looks like Jason Oakes. But this is good because Danny Stearns is sitting right here in the middle of the play. He's 64, and Scott Fry gave the corner. You don't do that. But watch Mr. Stearns now. He runs him right down, brings him down. That's a good play there by Danny Stearns. Good hustle play.
Second down 15. The ball's right at midfield for Corry. Again, Titusville leading 27-6. First half of play. Doubles both sides now for Corry. Zander looking to throw. Dropping straight back. Throws over the middle. It's incomplete. And I thought we saw a flag. It did not. Bring up a third down situation now for Corry.
Yeah, you watch the tail end. I think I see what their Corry coaches are not real happy about there. 14. Yeah, you could throw that, but that's really not really interference, and the ball really wasn't near him anyway.
1:23 to go in the half. Third down 15 for Corry at the midfield stripe. Fontero come wide to the left. They have doubles to the right now for Corry. Now we have doubles left. So as Liam Craig comes into the slot to the left. Zander looking to Craig, still looking to Craig. Now he's throwing the outside to Craig, and it's off his hands at about the 42-yard line. Covered nicely by Corcoran.
Corcoran in really good position there. You know, this isn't a play where you want to try to pick the ball off. You just want to be there to make the tackle if it is indeed completed, and he was right there for a good play by Brady Corcoran. And we mentioned it before, we're going to see a lot of these two matched up man on man.
Substitutions now for Corry would assume that might be a punt situation. Remember the last punt they attempted, it was blocked by Titusville, taken into the end zone for a touchdown. Liam Craig will go back to do the kicking, started about his own 37. Corcoran will go back deep for Titusville. He'll be back at his own 25. On the snap, Liam runs to his left, gets a kick away. It hits and bounces, and Corcoran gets out of the way. It's down to 5, the 4, and nice job by Corry, downing it about the 2-yard line. That's a good job by Corry, hustling down and stopping that ball. I thought it was going to go in the end zone.
Yeah, I thought it was going to get there too. And this is a tough, you got Brady Corcoran back there, but that ball's not in the air very long.
I wouldn't touch it either.
Yeah, they're coming right down on you there. You're just going to let that ball go and hope that it gets in the end zone. Good hustle play. I don't know who the number was there on the young man from Corry, but he gets it there, and I think we've got the ball at like maybe the 2-yard line now. So you got to be careful here offensively, but you've only got 1 minute and 7 seconds to boot. So get this thing out of the, away from your own end zone is the first order of business.
1:07 left here. 67 seconds left in the first half. 27-6 Titusville. They're deep in their own territory. First down and 10 at their own 2. Brown will come up under center. Why don't this be a 98-yard quarterback sneak? Brown, no, gives the ball off to Hogue. Oh, big hole. He's out across the left side and drives ahead out across the 10 to about the 12. Wow, that's a nice big job on the right side. Nice job by the offensive line.
Yeah, the offensive line on the right side, there's a big hole they opened up there, and that's what you want to see here again. Get control of this line of scrimmage again. We had it early on in the game, kind of giving it back, and at least here at the end of the game, get it back and set up the second half.
57 seconds left here in the first half. Titusville first down and 10. The ball is at their own 14. Under center is Todd Brown. On the snap, Brown gives it off first man. It's Hogue once again, drives straight ahead. Pick up a couple on the play. Titusville's willing just to run this clock down. Corry not trying to stop it. I thought Corry might take some timeouts here.
Well, I would, if I were Corry, I would. You can't. You don't get a timeout bank to put them in, so
That's
you might
right.
just as well use them. Kind of surprised that they're not. That's a good play there, though. The number 50 for Corry, middle linebacker, filled the hole nicely on Easton Hogue, and that's Perry. I can't see it. Capacero. That's a nice play by 50. One-on-one tackle there.
In motion to the right is Ackerman. Out of shotgun. Brown rides with the belly. So Brown keeps it. He's out across the 30. Gets a
Look
block to the
out.
outside. He's at the 40. He's got to beat 3 men. He's at midfield, cuts it back inside. Now he's cutting around the outside, gets back to the middle to about the 45. Good run, and time will run out.
He does keep it exciting.
He certainly does. Into the first half here at Carter Field, Titusville 27, the Corry Beavers 6. We'll be back with halftime right after these messages.
The Gordon B. Garrett Funeral Home has a reliable history of tradition and excellence in the community. They're trustworthy for all your needs, including pre-planning to ease your time of grief when the time comes. Garrett has served Titusville and the surrounding area for over 40 years, treating you with the utmost care, respect, and compassion. The professionals at Garrett are known for extending their kindnesses beyond the funeral. Garrett Funeral Home, now with 2 locations, 203 East Main and 303 North Washington Street, Titusville.
Oil Creek Plastics, the industry leader in polyethylene pipe, is proud to be a part of the Titusville community and a proud sponsor of Titusville High School athletics. Located off Route 27 in East Titusville, Oil Creek Plastics has been a vested part of the Titusville community for 28 years. At Oil Creek Plastics, we take pride in supporting our community and are thrilled to bring instant and slow motion replay to the stream's Titusville Rockets sports broadcasts. In Titusville and here to stay, Oil Creek Plastics. Best of luck to the Titusville Rockets.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, I'm on it. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
You're covered, Kevin.
Thanks, Melinda.
Wait, I have blah blah insurance, so person, come help.
Hey, Grandma. 6 callers ahead of us, Jimmy.
You're not helping.
Having insurance isn't the same as having State Farm. They're to help you anytime, anywhere, anyway. That's getting to a better state.
Bill Eminger in Titusville is there to help you anytime, anywhere, anyway.
At Sylvan Equipment in Centerville, we want to take this opportunity to salute all Titusville Rocket athletes and those who take part in any and all extracurricular activities. We recognize your hard work and dedication to your school, your community, and your family, and more important, to yourself. While you're working hard on the field or in the classroom, know that the hard-working folks at Sylvan Equipment will be there to support you every step of the way. Best of luck, Rockets, from Sylvan Equipment in Centerville. The Titusville Moose Family Center number 84 is a proud supporter of Titusville Rocket Athletics. And just like in Rocket Sports, the Titusville Moose Lodge is committed to working together to make our community a better place to live, work, and play. The Titusville Moose Family Center contributes thousands of dollars into scholarship opportunities for area students, in addition to supporting other nonprofit entities in our own backyard. Students, get involved with your community and make a difference. Good luck, Rockets, and know we'll always be cheering for you from the Titusville Moose Family Center.
And welcome back to Titusville's Carter Field. We're halftime here as the Titusville Rockets go into the halftime leading 27-6 into the locker room, I should say. And Steve, we started out like house on fire, did very well first quarter, had 19 points on the board. The only other touchdown we've had since then is a blocked punt that we picked up from about 12, 15 yards out, took it in for the score. So got off to a quick start, kind of bogged down a little bit there in the second quarter. Not griping, we're still up 21, but nonetheless.
Yeah, we're still up 21. One of the things that, and we talked about it here on the break here, you know, you're up 19-0. This is the time that you want, a good team that's in this position a lot knows how to put you away. Okay, yes. They know how to end a ball game early. Titusville, as Adam was saying during break, we've never really been ahead in a game, so we've not really been in a position to where we've had 2 or 3 touchdown lead. So we're not really sure how to put somebody away yet. It's just one of the things that as you build a program, you're trying to teach as well. And I understand I don't mean, let's try to get them 60-0. I'm not talking about, there's a difference between putting somebody away.
But one more score.
But one more score there. If you're 19-0, you put another 8, now it's 27-0. That's a big difference between 27-6.
Yes.
And the other thing it does is that, doing that, you're in control of the line of scrimmage. Your defense is stopping their offense. You're sending Corry into the halftime 27-0 without much offensive hope. You really demoralize the team. You allowed them to score a touchdown so they know they can put points on the board. And you're telling them, hey, listen, their last touchdown was off a block punt. We made a mistake. That's how they scored. They haven't done anything offensively since the first quarter. So we've been in control of this since the second quarter. You just give life to them. So we need to learn how to put somebody put somebody away when they're down.
One of the things I was impressed with the first half, we've talked several times in our broadcasts about sustaining drives. We took the ball at the 11-yard line, went 89 yards. We did it in about 6 minutes and in spite of 2 holding penalties, we still were able to have the fortitude to keep it up and get it punched into the end zone. So on a positive side in the first half, we got ourselves that really good drive that we've been looking for all year and overcome a couple of big penalties.
Hey, we're going to take another quick timeout. It's band fan night, so the community has been invited to participate with the band, and we want to bring you the sounds of the Titusville High School marching band. This is the Cabinets by Curtis Thompson Run Tire halftime show. We'll be back right after this.
Armstrong is bringing Television Plus to all the TVs in your home. With our new digital adapter, you'll see more value from your Variety Pack or Premium Channel subscriptions. Watch your favorite Variety Pack channels like Disney XD or NBC Sports on every TV throughout your house. See HBO and Showtime series in the kitchen, or hit movies from Stars and Cinemax from the comfort of your bed. To order your digital adapters, visit ArmstrongOneWire.com/turniton. Armstrong, One Wire, infinite possibilities.
Are you looking for low-cost financial services and outstanding personal attention? Oil Country Federal Credit Union has been providing both to their members for 58 years. Oil Country Federal Credit Union truly can make a difference with a variety of financial services, including checking accounts with no minimum balance and no monthly service charge, generous overdraft privileges, Visa debit, and low-interest credit cards, loans, online bill pay, and more. And now, Oil Country Federal Credit offers the convenience of mobile banking. This powerful tool allows you to access and manage your accounts anytime, anywhere. It's easy to use, it's portable, and it's free. Oil Country Federal Credit Union is committed to offering financial solutions that fit your lifestyle. Log on to oilcountryfcu.org to find out more, or visit them at 1050 East Spring Street in Titusville. Your financial well-being comes first at Oil Country Federal Credit Union. Member NCUA, Equal Opportunity Lender.
This is John Peterson from Warm Home and Hearth in Pleasantville. With 60-degree days and 40-degree nights, we all know what's coming soon. To assist you in your preparation for the cold weather, we have added several new stove lines that will give you the best selection in northwestern Pennsylvania. We now offer Harmon wood, pellet, and coal stoves manufactured right here in Pennsylvania. We have 4 models ranging from 43 to 68,000 BTU and very impressive burn displays. We also have added Yodel, America's finest cast iron wood and gas stoves. They are great heaters and add real beauty to your home. We continue to offer the full line of Lopi, Avalon, and FPX wood, pellet, wood and gas stoves, fireplaces, and fireplace inserts. We also offer Cozy King, Fire Chief, and Leisure Line wood coal furnaces and boilers. We feature 50 units to choose from and 21 you can watch burn. Yes, we are the store with more value and choices for you. Come to Warm Home and Hearth in Pleasantville. Pick out your stove, fireplace, or insert today. Yes, we have a fire burning just for you.
And welcome back to Carter Field, Cabinets by Curtis Thompson Run Tire halftime show. And right now it's band fan night, and we have a group of the future band members along with tonight's marching band out in the field. Let's take a listen. We're at halftime here at Titusville's Carter Field, and you've been listening to Band Fan Night. And these are the members of the Titusville High School Marching Band and future Titusville High School Marching Band members as they have come out and entertained the crowd here. And, speaking of the crowd, Steve, we thought as we get going here that we were going to have a small crowd, but it turned out to be a pretty decent crowd here on a rainy night. That fortunately the weather has cleared off at the beginning of the ball game. We haven't had any rain yet during the game, but a decent crowd here this evening to watch this football game.
It has been a nice crowd here tonight, and I was afraid that the rain would scare a lot of people off, but they've come in. And you got to give, looking across the way there, Corry has brought quite a few people here tonight as well. So both teams having a good turnout here tonight, and it's been a pretty good ball game for the folks to watch.
Well, the question will be, as Titusville has to kick off to Corry to get the second half going, can Titusville's defense stop Corry, get him in 3-and-out type of situation, or at least keep him out of a scoring situation, and then pick up some momentum back onto their offense and put some more points on the board, up 27-6 here. So I think this opening kickoff is going to be pretty important for both these ball clubs here this evening.
Well, I think it is, too. I think both teams need to come out here at the second half and set the tone for themselves. Obviously, Corry is going to get the ball. They want to take the ball down, drive whether quick or not, but get points on the board. Titusville obviously wants to get the stop, get the ball back, and then score themselves. So this first part of the third quarter is going to be pretty important, like I say, to both teams.
27-6 is the halftime score here at Titusville's Carter Field. Titusville over the Corry Beavers. We'll be back with the Titusville kickoff as they have to give it up to Corry to get things underway in the second half. So we encourage you to stay with us. A lot more football coming to you right here.
Anderson Physical Therapy wants to get you back to doing the things you enjoy. Your treatment is customized to you, addressing a variety of aches and pains, including post-op, sports injuries, arthritis, headache, and fibromyalgia. Get the Anderson Advantage in 6 convenient locations throughout the Tri-County region: Titusville, Franklin, Seneca, Clarion, Cochranton, and Albion. Call 814-827-8148. Stay on top of your game with Anderson Physical Therapy, 814-827-8148.
The Titusville Moose Family Center number 84 is a proud supporter of Titusville Rocket Athletics. And just like in Rocket Sports, the Titusville Moose Lodge is committed to working together to make our community a better place to live, work, and play. The Titusville Moose Family Center contributes thousands of dollars into scholarship opportunities for area students, in addition to supporting other nonprofit entities in our own backyard. Students, get involved with your community and make a difference. Good luck, Rockets, and know we'll always be cheering for you from the Titusville Moose Family Center.
And welcome back to Titusville's Carter Field. Remember to remind you that the halftime activity is brought to you by Cavaniss by Curtis and Thompson Run Tire. Steve, you're making a point there during that break about the atmosphere here compared to last week. Would it have been the same had we lost last week, etc.? I think that's something that you mentioned. The score, we're up 21 points. We haven't been there all year like this, but yet it doesn't seem to have the excitement we had last week.
No, it really doesn't have the same type of feel. And like I say, you come back after the great win, coming from behind last week, and you're all excited. And it was homecoming. I understand all of that, and it was great. And it really was a tremendous game. But you're here tonight, and you're up 3 touchdowns. You haven't been in this position all year. I'm not sure when the last time you were in this position,
right?
And yet it still seems kind of, kids are playing well and that kind of thing. And it's just the feeling that you get, here that, well, you would think people would be just a tad bit more excited. That was that bogged down feeling we kind of got there in the second quarter. That's why I think, you hate to say it, being up 3 touchdowns, but right now I'm going to tell you, this game is anybody's game yet.
Sure it is.
And whoever sets the tone here early in this third quarter and can maintain that through the course of the game, whether it's Corry, whether it's Titusville, could end up winning this ball game.
Well, that's what Titusville's going to have to do. Is they have to get that old adrenaline going again here in the second half and get themselves some excitement and energize this crowd. I think once the crowd can get back into it, that'll have a whole lot to do with it also. But it has been kind of a quiet second quarter. So from both sides, actually, but neither one of the teams. Corry has to be a bit down. They had the ball inside the 20 a couple of different times. So I had a first down and first and 10 from the 11. Mm-hmm. Nothing on points. They had it first and 10 from the 16. Got nothing on points. Ended up with 4 downs and had to turn it over to Titusville. So both ball clubs in that second quarter kind of bogged down with some things. So whichever team gets it going here is going to be very, very important.
Yeah, it really is. And I think, there again, I think Corry is looking to, let's get the ball in the end zone here. Just plug away at this one at a time. That's all we need to do is, first possession, let's get a score. Titusville, on the other hand, what I'd really like to see Titusville do here in the first part of this third quarter is get physical back into your game again. You're not, you get control of the line of scrimmage. Start smacking some kids in the mouth here, not literally, but get the pads on kids. Start punishing runners. Start hitting hard. We haven't really seen, other than that first quarter, anybody really lower the shoulder, lower the boom on somebody. I think that's what Titusville needs to do, is step up here, bring an element of physicality back to your football game, and stop them here, get the ball and get a score and try to end this thing.
We're going to kick off to Corry. Of course, Corry will have Mr. Liam Craig standing in the back waiting to receive this kick, along with, I think back there has been number 21, Brady Davis. So we'll see if they're the same two that go back. We'll see whether or not two that Titusville kicks away from Craig. Liam Craig had a couple of big runs in that first half. He is the man they go to, I think, in critical situations, be it by the way of pass and or run. So he'll be going back. He'll be standing back at about his 15, along with Davis. And as we mentioned before, if Brown gets his foot into it, it'll go over their head into the end zone. But so far tonight, it hasn't happened. All set to go. Brown's got it teed up, waiting for the whistle, and we're underway. Good kick.
There it is.
Over the head into the end zone. They'll have a first down and 10 at the 20.
That's the kickoff you want to see from Todd there. These guys want to creep up on Todd, down the 10, 15-yard line. He can put that ball over your head, and that was a good kick. Line drive, but absolutely no return on it, and that's what you want to see. So now defensively, like I say, let's start putting some shoulder pads to people, start knocking some people off their feet and get control of this game again.
It'll be first down and 10 for Corry. The ball will be spotted at their own 20-yard line by virtue of the touchback. And we'll see now what Corry has talked about, and as well as Titusville during that halftime interlude. 27-6, just underway here in the second half at Titusville's Carter Field. Corry will come out, and they'll keep Craig in the backfield along with Bryce Zander, their quarterback. Zander rolling to his right, looking to throw, still rolling, being pressured, brought down by Scott Fry from behind.
No, that's Cody Signs.
Signs.
Cody Signs, and he comes again. We've talked about this. When they roll out, they tend to leave the backside end unblocked. That time, the thing you got to tell your quarterback, if you're going to roll out, you got to go. You can't jog out there. You'll get caught from behind, and he's got to put some wheels underneath him and get outside.
Loss of 10, second down 20, the ball back at the 10-yard line of Corry. Corry will send Colin Fonterra wide to the left. Now they're going to send trips to the left. And they'll just keep a single back on the snap. Pass to the outside. It's complete. Out around the 15, and there, Titus was up quickly to make the tackle. Gain of about 5 on the play. Cooper Lamy, along with Easton Hogue.
They make good plays. So that's I think Brady Corcoran's in there too. That's good plays by the corners, getting off blocks so that this guy can't run for big yardage.
Luciano DeRose now comes into the ball game, replacing Lamy. Lamy kind of getting up a little gimpy, so we'll see what Luciano can do. Young freshman football player. Doubles both sides. Zander wants to throw deep, and he is going to be almost picked off. Brady Corcoran back there. I'm going to call him Corky yet.
Yeah, that's right.
I'm sitting up here eating Corky's pizza, and I'm going to do anything else.
And this is good defense here. If you got a young quarterback here for Corry, you got to look first before you just throw that thing. And he didn't really take a good look to see whether or not
everything long
there.
Has been too long.
Yeah, it's been too long. Yeah, it's too long. And Corcoran has been locked up on Craig, and you got to give the nod to Corcoran. So far, defensively, position-wise, he's been in excellent position.
Craig to do the kicking now on a fourth down and 15. He'll get it away from about his 7. Rolls to his right. Now gets the kick away. Nice punt. And it's going to be hitting at about the 40 and rolling backwards inside the 40 of Oil City to the 37. Check that, Corey. I'm back to Oil City again. At the 47. So get out. I just got fired. See y'all. I thought you got 3 tries at Oil City.
You ran through those the first 5 minutes I met you.
Yeah, I haven't been right in 7 years now? So Titusville, sorry folks, Titusville has a first down and 10 at the 37 of Oil City. And
we got the start we wanted in this half here defensively. you get the stop here you want. Now the offense got to put points on the board here. This is what we're talking about when you try to put a team away.
Wideouts in tight on both sides. Brown, first down and 10 on the counter. Cody Sines turns it up. No, McIntyre, he's out of the house to 30, the 25, gets a block to the 15 and knocked out of bounds. That's a nice run by Mr. McIntyre.
Yeah, and you can see who's coming out there to lead the way, and this is tough. And it sounds really easy, but you watch these two guys come out there. There's a good block there by Stearns at the beginning, and Jason Oakes there, and then it's just a foot race to the outside, and we're winning that foot race. But you've got to credit really Stearns and Oakes here on offensive line blocking on that counter.
First down and 10, Titusville to Corry 15. Doubles both sides now for Titusville. Easton Hogue, the running back. Todd Brown keeps it straight up the middle, cuts to the outside. Oh, almost broke it inside the 10 to about the 8-9 yard line. Boy, he came close to breaking that one.
Well, I thought he was gone there. And this is a good read here. Now, this is the counter from the previous play here coming up, but Todd makes a nice read on this option play. Makes a nice read, keeps the ball up the middle, and just enough of his lower leg to tackle him.
Second down and 3. The ball is at the 8-yard line of Corry. Titusville will send White out to the left, and to keep everybody in tight now. Brown in the wing right. Ball's given to Brady Corcoran. Corcoran cuts it up on the block and gets inside the 5 to about the 3. They'll spot it about the 3-yard line, tacked down by Perry Capasso, 6 foot, 200-pound defensive lineman. And Corry will give up the first down. Titus will have a first down and goal from about the 3-yard line. So this was exactly what we talked about, Steve. Got the 3 and out and good field position, and we're taking advantage of it.
Yeah, and you really have, and you've done it the way you're supposed to up front. Your guys are getting physical and getting control of the line of scrimmage.
Rusk now coming off the field quickly for Titusville. Titusville will have trips to the right, single to the left. Brown with Hogue in the backfield. Brown on the snap, gives it to Easton. No, Brown keeps it, touchdown. You'd think they'd know that by now. Fake to Hogue, and Brown keeps it off the right side and picks up the touchdown.
Yeah, and this, you watch these plays, and you say, here comes the read, and Brown keeps it, Brown keeps it, Brown keeps it. Brown's keeping it because it's the correct read.
It's wide open.
It's the correct read on the play. So it's a good job there by Todd Brown.
So a good start here in the third quarter for the Titusville Rockets. They go up 33-6 with 9:03 to go in the third. And that could be a very, very big touchdown play for Titusville, a big touchdown for Titusville. Todd Brown now will attempt the extra point by kick. Chase Ackerman will do the holding for Titusville. Waiting for the snap. Good snap, placement, kick is up, and it's up real high. And it is good. It's up on top of the roof, I believe.
Yeah, and we got a flag. Somebody did something.
So flag on the play, and we'll see what the call is going to be.
Looks like Ackerman was possibly hit on an attempted block.
And let's see what it is. Tripping against Corry. So it'll be a penalty, probably be put out on the kickoff. As the Corry coach is asking some questions on the far side. The point after is good. It's 34-6. We still have the flag on the play. We'll wait and get the call here before we take a break, and we'll see what will happen with this penalty. My guess is that it comes and will be given to Corry on the kickoff.
Well, it could be, too, that, you got to remember you can't hit the holder either on that.
So
he's protected, too, so it could be called a roughing the kicker when you actually hit the holder. You can't do that.
Yeah.
And it obviously appears, anyway, it appears to be against Corry because they're asking for the Titusville coach. So I'm going to take a stab at it and say it was roughing the kicker.
Yeah, he did use the kicking motion. I thought it was a trip, but you're right, it's roughing. Extra point is good, and there'll be a penalty on the kickoff, I assume, for roughing the kicker. And we're assuming an awful lot here since we're still waiting. Personal foul, roughing the kicker against. No, they signaled against Titusville. They mean against Corry. And we still have to wait and see.
Yeah,
I'm still not sure what they've called.
Yeah, I think it is a personal foul. I think it is roughing the kicker, and I'm just assuming that they hit Ackerman late because he was the one that was come up a little lame on the play but managed to come off under his own power.
So they'll spot the ball at the Corry 45 for this kickoff, 15-yard penalty.
I'll bet you, Coke, this one goes into the end zone.
I'm betting Mr. Hancock, as crazy as he gets sometimes, will try that little squib kick.
Onside kick. Yeah, I don't think that'll happen here.
Yeah.
I think Todd's put his name on this ball, and he's going to put this thing into the grandstand here if he can.
34-6, Todd Brown set to kick off, and the 15-yard penalty against Corry spots the ball at the 45. There's the kick, and it is into the grandstand. So Corry will get it first down and 10, and it will be okay. It was wide right.
He was a little wide right on the field goal attempt, but
no, I'm going back to the squib kick there.
Why would you want me to be right now, Luke? It's been a long night. I told you.
Normally you're close.
But
you're so far away from close.
Oil City, 16 miles away tonight. Yeah. What are you laughing at, grandson? Pull his earplugs here. He won't be able to listen to us.
Oh, he'd probably be grateful.
Please, he's saying please.
I feel badly for all those who are listening. They probably turned the radios off and everything on us. Oh, I'm sorry, folks. Pitch goes out to Craig. Craig goes across the right side, gets a block, and he's going to be knocked out of bounds at the gain of about 6 or so on the play.
Yeah, that Corry does a nice job hooking the ends there and allows him to get to the outside. Here again, Titusville, you got to step up here again and keep this thing under control. You've got them down. This is where you get to knock them out.
Boy, you're hard.
I am harsh. I'm sorry, but I like domination.
8:55 left to go in the third quarter. Craig gets the ball straight up.
Fumble.
Titusville has it. It's at about the 27. Craig never got the ball from the quarterback, and Titusville pounced on it. And now Titusville with another big opportunity, short field at about the 27.
Yeah, he never really got the handoff there, and it's almost like they were expecting two different plays on that play. Now, again, here, this is one of the things you want to teach your teams as you're building a program. It's 34-6. Another score here, and you can put this thing away pretty much.
And if they score, it'll be 41-6, and you'll say the same thing.
And you're probably right. Now, at that point, depending upon what we see. But here, you want to get a touchdown at 27 yards. You want to score here. This is, it's still a big drive. This game's not yet over.
Brown under center, trips to the right. Brown gives the ball off to Hogue. Easton Hogue up the middle. He's inside the 20 to the 19. Pickup of about 6 on the play.
And the nice thing that you're seeing here out of the Titusville drives right now is we've got the control now.
Yeah.
Our front five are beating their front guys. Keep it up. Just keep it on the ground and just keep pounding away at it.
Bring up a second down and about 4. Ball's at the 20-yard line of Corry. Titusville will send Corcoran wide to the right. And we have doubles to the left. Hogue is in the backfield. Signs in at tight end. So we have an unbalanced line right for Titusville. Check that McIntyre at tight end. I've seen us throw to the tight end out of this, but we're not going to. We'll give it off to the man coming across the side. It's Ackerman. Ackerman at the 10. He's at the 5 and brought down at the 2 on the counter.
And I could put myself on tape delay and say, watch the lead blocking here, because you watch. This is Mr. Oaks coming around here. Watch him lead.
Stearns.
Right there. Goodbye. You can't. I don't care how big the kid is. You got to take a block on better than that, than what happened there. You've got to make a play there.
So with 7:54 to go, 7:53 to go, Titusville looking for the call. First down and goal. The ball is at the about the 3-yard line. Titusville will have Brown going under center. Brady Corcoran at quarterback. Doubles to the left for Titusville. Titusville seems to be upset or not understanding the formation. Now they bring trips to the right, and we have a penalty, 5-yard delay of game. Daggone it. Something you don't want to do there. You have a first and goal from the 3, and you could just tell the way they were looking at each other. They didn't understand the set.
Yeah, and I'm kind of surprised the coaching staff didn't call a timeout there. I'd have called a timeout just because I got the ball at the 3-yard line. I don't want it to. I want it to 3.
Absolutely.
And I wouldn't be happy with whoever it was that wasn't in the right position. It looked to be Cody Signs, but not too sure. But call the timeout there.
Hey, Mr. Producer.
Well,
he thinks I'm bad. Brown's under center. Brady Corcoran trips to the right. Corcoran running back. Signs in motion. Ball goes to Corcoran. Of course, it cuts it up the middle. It gets close to the 5. Would have been a touchdown had we not had the penalty. Assuming it would have gone the same way.
Assuming that it goes the same way, yeah.
Second down goal.
Kind of thought maybe Brady would take this out to the outside. You see
Signs.
Cody Signs, yeah, has him sealed for the outside. He just didn't take it outside there. It's, that's okay. You're 2nd and 6, and still got 3-4 chances. 3 chances, 4 chances, 5. How many chances do we get?
Depends on how many penalties there are.
3 more chances to put it in the end zone.
Second down and goal from the 6 now. Brown back into shotgun. We've got Easton Hogue in the back with him. Brown keeps it. No, he gives it on the counter, and nothing gained there as Corry was home. Kind of a tough play to run in short field like that, I think. Unless you get a really good outside block. Signs no gain on the play.
Well, you're really kind of hoping there that all the faking that's going on in the backfield gets defensive out of position. Corry did a nice job. Everybody staying at home, particularly the outside. Young man there from Corry, 56, looks like to be the outside backer. Nice job staying at home and making the play there, saving a touchdown. And now 3rd and 4.
That's Zimmerman. Caleb Zimmerman is the linebacker you're referring to for Corry, and Titusville's going to take a timeout. 6:09 left to go here in the third quarter. Titusville with the ball at the 4-yard line. We'll see what Coach Hancock's going to run when we come back. Rocket football on the stream. Armstrong and the Allegheny News Talk Sports Network. We'll be right back.
At Sylvan Equipment in Centerville, we want to take this opportunity to salute all Titusville Rocket athletes and those who take part in any and all extracurricular activities. We recognize your hard work and dedication to your school, your community, and your family, and more important, to yourself. While you're working hard on the field or in the classroom, know that the hard-working folks at Sylvan Equipment will be there to support you every step of the way. Best of luck, Rockets, from Sylvan Equipment in Centerville.
And welcome back to Carter Field, and down with our wireless mic, brought to you by McElroy's Flower
Yeah,
Shop.
gentlemen, I think Corry has still been in a little shell shock ever since the very first play of the ball game when Todd Brown made that long run. They just haven't been able to get in the ball game. Now, for Titusville Rocket fans, you obviously got a big smile on your face. This score right here could really put things away. Back to you, Jim and Steve.
Thanks, Brian, and it could. Under center, Todd Brown. Corcoran, the running back, pitch back, comes to Corcoran. Corcoran cuts up the middle, and he's in, I believe, for the score. He does. Corcoran takes it in from 4 yards out, and Titusville puts 6 more on the board with the point after coming.
Yeah, there wasn't really anything special about this play. Again, we're pulling linemen a little bit, but Mr. Oaks, and he makes a kickoff block here, and Brady reads that block and cuts it up inside. But I think that timeout there, Coach Hancock, was more of a, all right, knock it off, kids. Get your heads back in this and let's go, than it was anything X's and O's. So it's a good timeout by Coach Hancock.
Yes, it was. We've talked the last 2 weeks now about the play of Mr. Oaks. It's really evident that he has made a significant difference in the last 2 ball games. Let's get the extra point in here. We'll come back to that. Chase Ackerman, spot, kick, up, and the kick is no good. 6:02 left to go. 40-6, Titusville on top. We'll be back with the Rocket kickoff right after this.
Come on down to Donovan and Bauer for great rebates at our Jeep Celebration event.
Wait a second, Harv. It's Ram Truck Month with huge discounts and rebates on all of our new Rams.
You guys are both right, but it's also the Great American Driveway event. So let us put you in a new Chrysler, Jeep, or Ram truck in your driveway.
Don't forget Dodge. The Hellcat's coming.
Stop into Donovan and Bauer Auto Group on the Hightown Road in Titusville.
And welcome back to Titusville's Carter Field as the Rockets up 40-6. And what we really thought was going to be a much closer ball game, Titusville now has taken control here in the third quarter with 2 quick touchdowns.
Yeah, and it of course now Corry hasn't helped themselves, and he turned the ball over with the way the ball team that Corry is. You can't afford to turn the ball over and give Titusville or anybody a short field, and that's what's happened to him here a couple of times. But Titusville took advantage of it.
That's
Titusville,
right.
you know, it's not like they got the ball to 27 and ended up not scoring the way Corry did from two times in the red zone. So, credit Titusville's offense. They have been effective tonight, and they've run well.
Todd Brown tees it up at his 40, gets the kick away. Good high kick. Going to drive him back to the 5, and it's going to go in the end zone once again. No run back. So Todd Brown does not allow Mr. Craig the opportunity to bring it back. Corry gets it first down and 10 at their 20.
That's a good kick there. That's got good hang time, good time in the air, and they really didn't make much of an attempt there to try to return that.
Once again,
we didn't make much of an attempt to play it, so.
I was going to say, I thought maybe I was.
I was seeing double vision.
I was too. I was thinking
the way my night's been going.
Hey, they are showing the Oil City game.
On top of the
no, that's how bad it's gotten. He's afraid to comment because he thinks it's him.
Yeah. Pass out quickly to the flat. They try to get it in the hands of Craig. He overthrows Craig at the 20-yard line. It's up second down and 10 for Corry. Corry's had trouble getting any kind of an offense going here this evening, other than some of the running plays by
Liam Craig. But that one there is, I mean, that's a high ball, but you've got two hands in that ball. You got to make a play.
Especially when you're down by 30.
Yeah. And you've got a sophomore quarterback. You got to help him out here.
Trips to the right for Corry. Doubles to the left. Quick out. It comes to Fonterra. Fonterra makes the catch. He's going to be hit and brought down at about the 27-yard line, 28-yard line of Corry. Enough for the first down.
I think you see Titusville's pass defense is going to get tested here in the last part of this game here because they don't even show any inclination now. We even want to try to run the ball. This ball is going to go in the air.
Pass was just a bit short of the first down. It'll be third down and 2. The ball at the 28-yard line of Corry. Bryce Zander with doubles both sides. Now he puts Craig in motion. Ball's given off to Craig, and he's hitting the backfield.
There's a play there. That's just
Jason
a great
Oates.
play right there.
Yeah, that's wonderful.
He's in the backfield quicker than Craig is.
Boy, he just shot right through there. 260-pound guard of Titusville.
And he's just,
nobody touched him.
Nobody touches him.
And that just shakes everything up. It brings up a fourth down punt situation. That's just a nice play.
And it doesn't, you don't think too much about it. But here, if I'm Corry, I'm getting beat 40-6, and now I can't even get away from a 260-pound lineman with my best athlete because he's just taking control of the line of scrimmage. It really sucks the life out of a football team.
Craig will go back to punt. Liam Craig, he likes to run to the right like an Australian punter. Gets the kick away. It's a nice kick. It's going to be taken by Titusville's Corcoran at the 50, the 45, the 40. Oh, he stripped up and brought down at about the 37. Fonterra makes the quick hit, just takes the feet out from under Brady. Otherwise, he may have done some, he may have created some.
Yeah, but watch this, though. I mean, he is ready to go. Look at that. It was running up to it and taking off. There wasn't any thought of, do I go left, right? He just took off with it.
Or fair catch. He had run all the way on his mind.
It's about the only thing that Titusville hasn't been able to pull off is a punt return for a touchdown.
Doubles to the left for Titusville, doubles to the right. Easton Hogue running back with Todd Brown out of shotgun. In motion signs. The ball's given off to no. Brown keeps it. He cuts to the outside. He's at the 30. Gets a good block. Cuts another on the outside. Oh, almost made a cut away from the defender. And had Craig missed that tackle, it would have been 6 more for Titusville. But it's enough for the first down. Picked up about 12.
And there again, it's just the right read to take. They just threw their good blocking downfield.
I just see Corcoran. He bodies but doesn't touch.
Yeah.
It would have been a block in the back, but he just knew enough to get in his way like a basketball screen.
Yeah, just let the defender run into you.
Yeah, yep.
Little pick and roll.
A little pick and roll. Yep. Titusville now will have doubles to the right. Check that they'll have a tight end in the right and a man in the wing. And I don't know who has the ball.
Todd Brown again, the quarterback sneaked.
Picks up about 3. Brings up about 3 in the play, 2nd and 7, maybe make it 2nd and 6 on the scoreboard. At the 21 of Corry, 3:40 left to go here, third quarter. Titusville leading 40-6 and running the ball, which means they also are running the clock. One more point would have made a difference.
One more point would have made a difference, yeah. So a little, not sure whether confusion is the right word here, but it's taken a while to get this play into Brown and lined up and ready to go.
Brown's now under center. Now he gets the signal from the official that there's 5-second count. Brown pitch back to Corcoran. Comes to the outside, cuts it up the middle. Nice cut. And close to the 15-yard line. Might be enough for the first down. And I believe it will be enough for the first down as he had to just get inside the 15. And again, I don't see it quite right.
There's a nice block on the outside there by Cody Signs, allowing him to cut it up inside and just about a yard short.
Not the way I saw it. Third down and 1. Gee, man. Put
your glasses on.
Well, that wouldn't help you a bit. Todd's now waiting for the official to give him the 5-second count, running all the clock we can. And the official raises his hand, and Brown has the ball. Brown's going to keep it. He's rolling to his right. No, check that. He goes to the outside and a flag down as he gives it off in the counter to Cody Sines, but that's going to come back.
Yeah, I'm not too sure here. I think he's got on the outside. You've got well, our cameraman's lost a little too. There it is out there, and I don't know what he called there.
I don't know either,
it looked
but
like, where the flag was thrown, it looked like Jason Oakes was out there and just kind of gave a young man a nudge there. Yeah, in the back, but I mean,
we probably need to take a timeout and go to the locker room and get a talking to.
The players or you?
Us.
Okay, yeah.
The players come out ready to go, but we are having an awful time up here, and poor my grandson's now got my eyes, and he's following the wrong guy with the ball too. All kinds of crazy stuff.
I haven't seen a signal yet, but it is being marched off against Titusville.
It's a block in the back, I believe. Possibly a hold. We'll see.
Block in the back. And if it is on Jason Oakes, that's
a little weak.
Oh, no, that's a lot weak. I'm sorry.
Third down and 11 for Titusville. We'll see if we can get our act together up here in the booth, folks. Back at the 26-yard line of Corry right now, so we'll see what Mr. Hancock chooses to send out as a play for our Titusville Rockets. Titusville's going to have to hustle here as the official's watching his watch right now. Titusville runs over to get this snap off in time. Out of shotgun. Ends in tight. Good snap. Ball is given off to the first man across, and it is Chase Ackerman. Ackerman takes it down inside the 22 of the 15. He's backed about close to a first down. He may have the first down.
No, I think he's going to. My eyes say he's a little short.
That's because you're watching the official. I don't watch the officials. His first down.
Oh.
The old guy gets it right. Yes.
Sixth week of the season, and I'm wrong.
You know, just when we're filling out his retirement papers, he does something right.
So it's first down and 10 for Titusville.
You don't know how long I've waited for this day.
For me to be right?
Yes.
Doubles to the left, doubles to the right for Titusville. First down and 10. The ball's at the 13 of Corry. On the snap, Brown keeps up the left side, drives straight ahead, take it close to the 10, and there he'll be stacked up. And it'll bring up a second down situation for Titusville. 1:35 left to go here in the third quarter. Titusville has broken the game open here in the third period. Up 21 at halftime, but come out and put 14 points on the board, 13 points on the board here in the third quarter to kind of break things open, which is what they had to do. And we kept talking in the first half, put a team away.
It's what you needed to do, put a team away, and that's what you want to do here. And really, you look at this ball game. Titusville's done it with two plays. They've done it with the option play where they read, and they've done it with the counter play tonight. That they've really just controlled things up front here. So here again, you're going to be looking at a counter.
We'll see, because Brown's under center. Brown gives it off to straight up the middle to Easton Hogue. Drives straight ahead inside the 5.
See, like I said, you're going to see a counter. That's just, here again, we're just going to go. Now we're to the point now where I think Coach Hancock is just going to run right at you.
Yeah.
We're going to come at you. Stop us if you can, but we're going to run right at you.
Third down and short now for Titusville. The ball will be at the 5. So it'll be third down, and we'll call it third down and 1. With Rusk and Ackerman going wide to the left. You'll have Corcoran and McIntyre wide right. Easton Hogue with Todd Brown out of shotgun. Ball is kept by Brown straight up the middle, and he drives straight ahead, not quite in the end zone, I don't believe. Stacked up short of the goal line. So a first down and goal for Titusville about the 1 yard line.
And there's a good sized hole up in there. Corry does close this hole down, but initially right at the line of scrimmage there, Titusville has a big hole for Todd to run through. Again, right now, and really throughout this whole period, our front 5 have done an outstanding job of pushing people around and keeping control of the line of scrimmage.
The third quarter comes to an end with the score Titusville 40, Corry 6. Titusville threatening on the 1 yard line of Corry. We'll be back with fourth quarter action right after these messages.
Armstrong is bringing Television Plus to all the TVs in your home. With our new digital adapter, you'll see more value from your Variety Pack or Premium Channel subscriptions. Watch your favorite Variety Pack channels like Disney XD or NBC Sports on every TV throughout your house. See HBO and Showtime series in the kitchen, or hit movies from Stars and Cinemax from the comfort of your bed. To order your digital adapters, visit ArmstrongOneWire.com/turniton. Armstrong, One Wire, infinite possibilities.
Fourth quarter action about to get underway here at Titusville's Carter Field. It's all Titusville Rockets here this evening, leading 40-6 over Corry. The only common opponent, I think I saw this correctly, was Grove City. Corry beat Grove City by 4, I believe, and Titusville, of course, last week beat them by 5. So that's the only comparison that we would have.
Well, the other comparison is Sharon beat Corry by 6.
Yeah, that was a close matchup.
Whereas Sharon throttled us pretty good.
But what if Sharon was a game that these guys were playing next week? How would that have changed?
I think it changes dramatically, and here's the reason why I say that. Right now, Titusville has put 2 games together where their front 5 have taken control of things, and tonight they've done it again, and I think that's what makes a big difference. I don't know if Jason Oakes played at Sharon, but I think that makes a big difference.
Titusville first to goal from the 1. Todd Brown under center, gives it to Hogue. Hogue's in for the touchdown. Yeah, the thing that I see different, and I've seen it just in the last 2 ball games, and all of a sudden it seems to be clicking. This is a whole different ball club the last 2 weeks than what you had the first 3 weeks.
Well, I'll one-up you there, though. At the start of the season, these guys looked a lot more mature than last year, and the focus was there.
Yeah.
It's been a treat every week to see the improvement.
Yeah, and they have improved greatly here the last couple of weeks. This is just a different ball club than we saw against Franklin. Bring Franklin back and see what happens.
Yeah, they're very much different than the football team we saw at Franklin. And you're right. I think if you see Sharon coming up now, I think that's a vastly different. I didn't see the ball game, so I don't really know whether it was a combination of Titusville not playing well or Sharon playing very well or whatever.
Combination. Titusville played poorly in that game.
I think I think it's this is a different football team right now.
Snap goes high, and Todd Brown is going to be tackled.
Blow the whistle.
And thrown down way back, so the extra point will be no good. 11:57 to go in the ball game. It's 46-6. Titusville on top, and we'll stay here as we continue this discussion on this particular series. That I think you're right about that. If I remember right, the Sharon game, they were throwing the ball on us. They had a 6'4" quarterback, put a lot of air under the ball, and our defensive backs were in Oil City. We just weren't near the ball. So defensively, we really were not in that ball game against, I think, Sharon. So.
And I like, when you say that, I can remember the Franklin game where our defensive backs are a little bit far away from receivers too. We've put together a couple of ball games here where our defensive backs are in much better position. The one thing that I would like to see maybe a little bit better is pressure on a passer. Now, the problem with that is, and I don't know what Sharon's passing in, whether they were deep routes or whether they were short
mostly deep routes, big stuff.
Then you want to have pressure on your quarterback. Here tonight, Corey's not trying to throw the ball deep. They're trying to throw a lot of slants, a lot of quick things. So you're not going to get a whole lot of pressure on them. But the one thing I have seen from Titusville is even though they're not getting hits on the quarterback, their hands are up. They're in the passing lanes, making it difficult to throw that ball the way I think the sophomore wants to deliver it. So we're doing a good job that way. The other thing that I would say that would be vastly different is this seems to be now is going to be going into the next ball game a very confident football team.
Yeah.
Now, I was just going to say, and there's still 12 minutes left to go pretty much in this game, but Du Bois leading Oil City 63-14. So Oil City is going to be coming into that game with that kind of loss. Titusville hopefully will be going in with the momentum. That's going to be a pretty good matchup.
Yeah, one of the things that's happened in the past, let's say the past 3 years or so of Titusville, if you've got Titusville coming up next week getting beat 62 to whatever that score was with Oil City's going, oh yeah, we got Titusville next week, and we can get there.
We can get back on track.
Well, now you look and you see Titusville pulled the game out against Grove City in a good ball game, handling this game really well. You don't walk into the Titusville game next week saying this is an easy one for us. Now you're going to face a pretty tough Rocket ball club.
And if you're And you're right there. And if you're a Titusville fan, you're kind of hoping they say that.
Yeah, you are.
You know, Titusville. Okay, yeah, they beat Grove City, but Grove City hasn't won a ball game yet.
Yeah.
Okay, they beat Corry. Corry's only won one ball game yet. They've only won 3, and the only teams they beat between the 3 teams that they've won, I think they only have 2 wins among them.
But and here's another thing too, Steve. We have an injured player, folks. That's why we have this amount of time here. Corey Boyd getting off the field. He's okay. He's walking sort of under his own power. His legs hurting him. We gave up, I don't know the exact total, but in 3 ball games, like 90-some points.
Yes.
In the past 2 weeks, we have scored 70-some points.
Yes.
So there's a huge difference in that turnaround. What our defense was doing and what our offense was not doing to what our defense is doing, what our offense is doing. So we've really turned that part of the game around.
Yeah, and it all begins, and you keep, as an announcer, you're sitting here saying, you're saying the same thing over and over and over again. But it's true. Our front 5,
well,
the last
we're filling
couple,
time.
Yeah. Our front 5.
Let's go back to that last touchdown.
And there again, you look at it. We've got a running back going in untouched.
Go ahead, Steve.
But it's just the point we're making here is that our front 5 guys have control of the line of scrimmage. They had it last week, and they've got it tonight, even more so tonight. And that's what's really making a big difference for Titusville.
Davis and Craig standing back at their 15 as Todd Brown squibs it. It's going to go down on the ground and picked up by Davis at the 15. Across the 15, the 20, the 25, right up the middle, 25, 35, 40, 45, and dropped it to 47. Boy, a big run back for Corry, and nice run back by Davis. And so Corry will have a first down and 10 at their own 48-yard line.
Yeah, if you have anything, if you want to knock Titusville for anything, this is what's been
coverage.
The bad part of Titusville's football game. Kickoff coverage in particular has just been atrocious. Guys got to get down there, find the ball carrier, stay in your lanes, and not open it up. And they've all been in the middle. It's all right up the middle on it. So that's going to be something that I'm sure the coaching staff are going to use. If these kids start to get a little full of themselves, say, hey, look. What happened here, fellas? If we're this good, how come we're giving up 30 yards on a kick return?
First down and 10, Corry at the Corry 48-yard line. 11:33 to go in the ball game. The clock will run now. It's a 35-point-plus game. Doubles to the left, doubles to the right for Corry. Craig in the backfield. Craig gets the ball, comes across the right side. He's going to be dropped. Fumble! Titusville has it.
No, he's going to call him dead.
Call him dead. That's not Craig. It's Davis, I believe, on the carry, but.
Can we see this in super slow-mo there, Luke? Because I'm not too sure. Bring this up to the booth for review. Throw the red flag on this because I don't think he's down.
Yeah,
he's down. All right, good call, Mr. Official. And that's painful.
Boy,
that's painful.
That does hurt. Trips to the left. Well, doubles to the left, and they got a man in the wing left for Corry. On the snap, the ball's given off to the first ran through. Nice job,
stick.
Oaks. And then somebody comes up and hits.
That's Easton Hogue coming up from there. That's just a good stick there. Nice job again. We've got a defensive lineman who's getting a hand on him, but Easton Hogue, you see a brown streak right there, and you see somebody stop. You know Easton Hogue's got his helmet in there.
Brings up a 3rd down and 10 now for Corry. Corry unable to get an offense going here in the second half. I believe that injured player must have been Mr. Craig because he's not in the ball game. And this is a time when you'd need him. I don't see him out there. Xander looking to throw the ball. Going to go deep, and it's going to be picked off. It's picked off by Corcoran. Corcoran gets to the outside. He's at the 50. Penalty flag down. He's at the 40, the 37-yard line, and brought down. I think they're going to call Ackerman on a block in the back or something. Chase is standing out there saying, "What are you doing? I didn't touch him."
Yeah, and
come back.
This one just gets out of his hands here. That's an easy pick, and I don't see that anywhere. That's
wow.
That's a terrible call. Sorry.
Well, he starts right in his chest.
He starts right in there.
Terrible.
I mean, the contact is initiated in the right form. He's not holding them. I'm sorry. I just don't agree with that flag in particular, but.
Do we have a tendency not to agree with officials?
I think it's a genetic thing.
Yeah, your mom's like that.
Yeah.
9:59 left to go in the ball game. It's 46-6. Your mom probably doesn't know. Does she even know the football has points on the end?
Listen.
She does know a basketball.
I'm not taking you home. I know that much.
She's in Clymer, New York. She can't hear me. Oh, I hope. We are off the internet, aren't we?
That's not to visit your brother, Steve. That's just to get away from him.
First down and 10 now for Titusville.
I think we've got new people in the backfield, if I'm not mistaken.
We'll catch up some names here. On the snap, Cody Signs in motion. Ball is given off to DeRose. DeRose straight ahead, drives straight ahead, out to the 35-yard line. DeRose is a freshman, 5'9", 150. You'll follow Winter Sports, you'll see him. He goes into the mats in the wintertime and comes from a wrestling family.
That's a good push there offensively, our guys. We still, I think, have
pretty much our line
our offensive line in there, but we've got, I think, a new quarterback, a new fullback or running back anyway, a couple of new receivers.
Second down play for Titusville. Ball is kept by the quarterback trying to drive straight ahead, and he's not going to get anything. That's Garrett, Jack Garrett, freshman, 5'11", 140-pound quarterback.
And this is one of the rewards you get when, as the freshmen and the younger kids get in here to play a little bit of varsity time. This is a reward that you get for helping prepare your varsity team to take care of things.
Yeah, another thing I like what Hancock is doing, Coach Hancock is doing tonight, he's giving these freshman backfield guys a chance to run with the first offensive line.
First offensive line, yes. Yeah, and they've got to adjust a little bit here to the speed of it.
Sure. Trips, wide outs on both sides in tight. Garrett at quarterback. Garrett gives it off to the second man across on the counter. Drives across the 40 and close to the 40-yard line and brought down a little short of the first down, I do believe. And that was Mike Watkins. I was going to mention Mike a little bit ago, Steve. We were talking about the improvements of the defense and the wideouts and the corners and so on. Young Watkins, Mike Watkins, has really stepped up the last couple of weeks to play. He's done a really good job for Titusville. He is a sophomore, 5'7", 135.
Yeah, and that's one of the things you can say here. And he has. He's done a nice job. He did a real nice job last week, Grove City. They're coming off of his receiver after the ball's been thrown, coming off and making some good sticks. And that, makes receivers' eyes wander away from the football when you're coming across the middle of that. That's why you pay receivers in the NFL a lot of money if they're concentrate coming across the middle.
Yeah, one of the things that we've been talking about a lot of stuff here, Mike's coming off the field under his own power, and just shaking up a little bit on that carry. Picked up about enough for, well, it's a 4th down and 1, so I was going to assume that Titusville will punt. One of the things, and I have nothing to base this on because I haven't talked to coaching staff at all about it, but we talk about our preseason conditioning programs. As we've gone through this season, we're halfway, started the second half of the season now. Our kids seem to be in pretty good shape. We don't see a lot of injury with the Titusville boys, but we see some pretty good strength. You talk about wrapping up and stopping. Watkins does that at 135 pounds, that hit he had last week on the kid from Grove City. So I don't know what our preseason training schedule is like, how many kids participated in it and that kind of thing, but we seem to be in pretty good physical condition.
Yeah, because we really don't have any and haven't had any real big injuries yet this year.
So it'll be Brady Corcoran going back in punt formation. Gets a low snap, but he'll get it away. It's a good kick. It's going to hit at the 35 and roll to the 25 to the 24-yard line, and there it's going to be touched down by Titusville. So Corey will put it in play, 1st down and 10, and it'll be at their own 25-yard line. 7:32 to go in the game, and we'll see if there's some subbing going on now with both ball clubs, especially on the Titusville side.
Yeah, there seems to be a whole new slew of numbers coming out here for defense, and again, this is one of the things that you like to see. It gives your younger kids a chance to get some experience Friday night football.
7:32 to go. The clock will be running. It's 46-6. Titusville with a big game here this evening. Coming wide to the right. 2 men for Corey. 1 in the slot to the right. Ball is given off to the first man through, and he drives ahead to the 30-yard line. Pick up of about 6 on the play. Bring up a 2nd down and 4. Seven minutes left to go here in the ball game. Clock running. 2nd down and 4. The ball's at the Titusville, checked at the Corey 31-yard line.
And one of the things here that's nice with our second unit in here for the most part is Corey. It looks like I'm looking at numbers here, and I still think they got a lot of their first guys still in it. So this is going to be a really good experience for the Rockets.
Ball's given off again to the first man through. He's hit. He might pick up 1 or 2 in the play, but a good stick in there for him. For the Titusville Rockets,
I think that's DeRose coming up here on the hit. Now he's playing a middle backer position, the same position that Easton Hogue was playing earlier. So he's coming up quick, just like you want your backers to do. You want your backers to read, see that hole, that opening where they think the ball carrier's coming, and attack, keeping your shoulders square, making solid contact with the ball carrier.
Corry will come out, sending 2 to the right, have a man in the wing right, wide out to the left. Quarterback readjusts his backfield. He keeps the ball straight ahead, across the 40 to about the 40. Well, we'll see where the spot's going to be. Across the 35 to about the 37. Be enough for a first down. DeRose once again on the stop.
Yeah, and he's going to read here. Now, nobody gets a block on him, so just inexperience is for him to attack up instead of hanging at his starting position. But that's a good play by a freshman getting his first look here at linebacker at the varsity level.
Zander gives the ball off to the first running back, and he's hit and tossed for a lot. Matt Kerr with the initial stop on the running back. And he'll have a loss of about 6 on the play. Kerr shooting through.
Looks like Donnelly was there as well. And that's a good play because, our guys are playing still pretty much against their, I believe it's a lot of their first
yeah, they got some of the first line in there yet.
And that was good defensive penetration by our front 3.
Zander still in at quarterback. They'll send doubles to the right. Now they'll put a man in motion. And the ball's given off to the motion man trying to get to the outside. He's out across the 30, the 35, and still going, and then knocked out of bounds big time over there around 40-yard line. Maybe the 41.
Corry does a nice job of getting around to the outside. And a little bit, you have a bad angle there, 24 for Titusville. I'm not too sure who that young man is. A little bit of a shallow angle coming in just a little too steep instead of going wide on that play. That's just an experience thing, but it's nice to see them attacking the offense.
They'll bring up a 3rd down and 4 out at the 41-yard line of Corry. 4:20 left on the clock. Corry again sends doubles to the right, single to the left. Man in the wing left. Man in motion to the left. Ball's getting off to this man straight ahead, and he's hit and stacked up. Maybe a loss of 1 on the play.
That was, there's 24.
Again, 24, had to look here at some numbers.
Some numbers here. Nate Brown, is that,
no.
Am I right on that?
Could be.
He was the one that we were talking about in the previous play, just a little bit shallow, but he's up in there with a good solid stick on the running back. So, you got to give these kids credit now. You're still, they're out there fighting for their own sense of pride and chance to play here and not giving anything up to Corry.
So Corry's going to go for it. 4th down and 4 at their own 41. Put a man in motion to the left. High snap. The ball is given off to the man going to the left, and he's not going to get the first down. May even get just maybe a 1-yard gain on the play. So Titusville will take over. 1st down and 10. It'll be at about the 42-yard line of Corry. So Titusville is short field as Corry is trying to pick up the first down, unable to move it. And the Titusville Ball Club gets the ball back now. 1st down and 10 at the 42. So we'll be seeing some more of the younger players for Titusville in here offensively. And coaching staff calling Titusville boys over to get things straightened around here.
And
end up having to take a timeout.
Probably end up having to take a timeout here just to make sure they got everybody on there.
3:10 left to go in the ball game. 46-6. Titusville on top. And Titusville will take the timeout.
This is the tough part about it, for a coach, is you're trying to set up new people in position, make sure you got the right guys on. See? Trying to make sure that you've got the right linemen in there, so that you make sure you've got a center, 2 guards, 2 tackles, and so forth. And it takes a little bit of time because everybody wants to get a chance to get in here. So it doesn't surprise me here to take a timeout.
Well, 3 minutes to go in the ball game. Coming up in the post-game show, a chance to name the player of the game, our Corky's Pizza, family video player of the game, and a big thanks to Corky's.
Absolutely, just I was going to say that
too. And Titusville Beverage for providing us with the pizza, the pop, and the water up here in the press box. A big thanks to Corky's and Titusville Beverage for that.
Yeah, I look forward to it because usually on a Friday things are happening so quickly. You come down here about 4 o'clock. Some people come down here about 4 o'clock to set up, Steve, just in case you're wondering. And so when the pizza comes, it's tasting pretty good. Corky's Pizza, get out there and try some.
In fairness, though, when Steve walked up here, you were just sitting here watching us.
Well, I was told to sit down and keep my hands off equipment.
I can't figure out tab A from slot A, so.
Well, that's why he's afraid of me. Titusville has doubles both sides. Garrett at quarterback.
I'm sorry, Adam.
Ball's given off to Garrett straight ahead.
And that's the proper read there for Jack Garrett to make here on that play. That's the same type of belly series that the varsity, that the first string is running, and that's, again, the correct read.
Both teams with their second units in. Second down and 9, clock running, 2:40 left to go in the ball game. Boy, the game's going to be tough tonight. It was tough last week, too. Out of shotgun. Ball's given to the counter, coming across the left side. Running wide. Oh, wanted to cut back and couldn't do it. He slipped and fell down at about the 42, so probably no gain in the play.
Well, during the pregame show, you talk about field conditions with the rain.
Yeah. That's the first we've really seen it affect the ball game here this evening, but it did take the feet out from under the ball carrier of Titusville. That
yeah,
was,
you don't want to know.
flat.
You want to know why that happened?
I'm supposed I'm going to be told what I wanted or not.
It's a lack of friction.
Okay, Mr. Science Man. Doubles both sides for Titusville. Third down play. Belly series. Garrett keeps it. The 49 or the 40 to the 39, and he's hit there and stopped. Gain of about 3 in a play to bring up a fourth down for Titusville. 1:35 left to go in the ball game. The ball will be at the 39-yard line. 4th down and 7 for Titusville. The 39 of Corry. Again, Titusville will probably run this ball. Don't think we want to put the ball up. As now, Jack Garrett will go under center, waiting for the official to give him the sign of 5 seconds. Now he's calling signals, and he's set to go. Pitch back to DeRose. DeRose across the 40, the 35, breaks loose at the 30, inside the 30 to the 29. Got the first down, almost got himself a touchdown.
Almost broke it for a touchdown. That's a good run there by DeRose. He makes a nice read on this play. Good block out there by Watkins to spring this a little bit, and just enough of him to bring him down. So, again, ground game keeps control of this ball game for Titusville.
55 seconds left to go in the ball game. Titusville with a first down and 10 at the 27-yard line. And we'll see what the Titusville coaching staff has asked the players to do. It looks to me like we're going to take a knee. We'll see as Garrett under center. And Garrett waiting for the snap and does take the knee. So this ball game is going to end with the final score, Titusville 46, Corry 6. We'll take a quick timeout. When we come back, we'll have the post-game show and also the player of the game. Stay right here with us as we follow the Titusville Rockets to another victory, 46-6 over the Corry Beavers.
It's GM's Truck Month all September long at Donovan and Bauer Auto Group in Titusville. This month, pay GM exclusive supplier pricing on select Silverado and Sierra models, and with rebates as high as $5,750 on select models, the best truck savings of the year are here. So it's time for you to stop in and see why from hood to hitch, Silverado and Sierra are the best value of pickup truck on the road today. Tell them how they can find us, Donnie.
Find new roads and visit us on Route 8 North in Titusville or at donovanbauer.com.
The Gordon B. Garrett Funeral Home has a reliable history of tradition and excellence in the community. They're trustworthy for all your needs, including pre-planning to ease your time of grief when the time comes. Garrett has served Titusville and the surrounding area for over 40 years, treating you with the utmost care, respect, and compassion. The professionals at Garrett are known for extending their kindnesses beyond the funeral. Garrett Funeral Home, now with 2 locations, 203 East Main and 303 North Washington Street, Titusville.
Oil Creek Plastics, the industry leader in polyethylene pipe, is proud to be a part of the Titusville community and a proud sponsor of Titusville High School athletics. Located off Route 27 in East Titusville, Oil Creek Plastics has been a vested part of the Titusville community for 28 years. At Oil Creek Plastics, we take pride in supporting our community and are thrilled to bring instant and slow motion replay to the stream's Titusville Rockets sports broadcasts. In Titusville and here to stay, Oil Creek Plastics. Best of luck to the Titusville Rockets.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, I'm on it. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
You're covered, Kevin.
Thanks, Melinda.
Wait, I have blah blah insurance, so person, come help.
Hey, Grandma. 6 callers ahead of us, Jimmy.
You're not helping.
Having insurance isn't the same as having State Farm. There to help you anytime, anywhere, anyway. That's getting to a better state.
Bill Eminger in Titusville is there to help you anytime, anywhere, anyway.
At Sylvan Equipment in Centerville, we want to take this opportunity to salute all Titusville Rocket athletes and those who take part in any and all extracurricular activities. We recognize your hard work and dedication to your school, your community, and your family, and more important, to yourself. While you're working hard on the field or in the classroom, know that the hard-working folks at Sylvan Equipment will be there to support you every step of the way. Best of luck, Rockets, from Sylvan Equipment in Centerville. The Titusville Moose Family Center number 84 is a proud supporter of Titusville Rocket Athletics. And just like in Rocket Sports, the Titusville Moose Lodge is committed to working together to make our community a better place to live, work, and play. The Titusville Moose Family Center contributes thousands of dollars into scholarship opportunities for area students, in addition to supporting other nonprofit entities in our own backyard. Students, get involved with your community and make a difference. Good luck, Rockets, and know we'll always be cheering for you from the Titusville Moose Family Center.
And welcome back to Carter Field. The final here, 46-6, the Titusville Rockets over the Corry Beavers. And a good game, a good solid performance by the Titusville Rockets tonight, coming off a huge win last week against Grove City. We're going to be going down to the field to Brian DeFonso. Our coverage brought to you by McElroy's Flower Shop and Off-Duty Digging, 814-673-5403. Brian.
Thanks, gentlemen. I know it's been a little difficult tonight without having the headphones and everything, but yes, the Titusville Rockets put it to the Corry Beavers tonight by a score of 46-6. We're going to get Coach Tom Hancock here in just a second. He's given some last-minute instructions to his football team, obviously congratulating them on a very good job tonight. So one thing about high school football, you can't always judge how games involving common opponents. That Corry team only lost to Sharon by 6 points. And, of course, the Titusville Rockets struggled in their game with Sharon, and the Titusville Rockets came out of the gate right from the get-go, put a big 6 points up on the board, and never looked back. Gentlemen, can you give me about 30 seconds? Give me about 30 seconds. Let me get the coach and then come back to me.
All righty. Thank you, Brian. Brian DeFonso, our wireless mic down on the field here. It's been an interesting home stretch for 3 games here at Carter Field. We'll talk about that in a second as we go back to Brian, who will be joined by Coach Tom Hancock and discussing tonight's win. It's not on.
All right, just a little bit of a pause so we can't get Brian's attention. The mic isn't on down on the field, so we have to wait a second and see if we can get his attention. Titusville football team has
parts of the game, not just offense, not just defense, but special teams. You know, we came together, and I felt real good about how we performed tonight.
Yeah, one of the things that I said before we came down here, Coach, was you can't always look at common opponents to get a true gauge of what the team is capable of. Again, it goes to show games aren't decided on stationery or in newsprint. They're decided on the football field. You got off to a real fast start tonight, and again, you've seen improved play. You got to like where your team is right now.
Absolutely. You know, we've got stiff competition coming up. You know, we've got Oil City Oilers. It's a non-region game, but certainly a rival that we like to look at. And then Greenville and Hickory are two quality teams too, and Maplewood at the end. So, hopefully we can keep coming and keep steamrolling, and that'd be great. We'd love that.
Well, again, Coach, I think it was a solid team effort, both sides of the ball. You got some turnovers tonight. Special teams came into play, and I want to give a special plug to this player because I seen him contributing a little bit more. Skylar McIntyre seems to be getting a lot more involved on both sides of the ball.
Absolutely, yeah. He's matured to, we always talk about football sense and feeling, and I tell you what, he's reading a lot better. He understands. He's watching film, doing those things that are just going to help prepare him every day or every week, and he's making better reads and taking better angles and tackling on defense. He's in the right place at the right time nowadays.
Yeah, he certainly was on that block punt and took it in for a touchdown. Of course, he had the big interception for return for a touchdown last week. And again, I certainly can't leave your quarterback off the list whatsoever. Todd Brown continues to impress, both throwing the ball and running the ball. You got to be glad he's wearing the brown and gold.
Yes, I don't think I'd like to have to defend him. So, and again, he's starting to understand a little bit more. As you saw a couple times tonight, we wanted to slow the game down a little bit. So, he was doing the things he had to do to make sure we got the first down. But ball control, and those are things that are going to help us down the road too.
Okay, Coach. Congratulations once again. We'll see you next week down in Oil City. And again, I know you'll have them all ready. Congratulations once again. Yes, Coach Tom Hancock, the Titusville Rockets coming out on top by a score of 46-6 over the Corry Beavers. Big game next Oil Country. Even though they're not a conference rival anymore, you can tell that these guys are fired up for it. I know one thing when we go down there, one of the things you got to be careful of, don't get sucked in by that oil derrick that lets off all that awful noise. The Titusville Rockets will try to keep them off the scoreboard. You keep that thing from ringing, you keep a much better chance of staying in the ball game. Will the Rockets be able to do it? We'll see next week. For now, back up to you, Jim, Steve, and Luke. Thank you.
All righty, thank you, Brian DeFonso. Wireless mic tonight brought to you by McElroy's Flowers Shop, your all-occasion florist at 814-827-3615 and off-duty digging 814-673-5403. Coach Hancock mentioned prior to the season that he would like to have a 500 season.
Yeah.
He's at 500 right now.
Yeah, and I think it's a potential. And the nice thing about it is we got some tough games coming, Greenville, Hickory, and so on coming up yet. And this ball club is peaking pretty nice right now. So I look forward to the games coming up. The Blue Canoe and True Value Hardware postgame show here from Carter Field. Again, Carter Field exciting tonight as it was last week. 46-6 Titusville over the Corry Beavers. Player of the game. Well, we keep talking about who we can do. There's so many guys out there who are playing so well right now. But I think Brian kind of hit the nail on the head when he was talking to Coach Hancock about one of the guys. He talked about special team that we're thinking of both offensively and defensively. Young man is playing pretty good.
Yeah, and you think about these things, and of course the offense and defense around the field, the majority part of the ball game, and you had a lot of kids both ways that were mentioned quite a bit tonight. Again, Jason Oakes had a good ball game up front, but Danny Stearns came to play football tonight, both offensively and defensively, and he did a nice job. But you do a lot of times overlook your special teams, and we talked about it a little bit there, like kickoff coverage. We got to do a little better job there. But the young man we thought that had a really big play and kind of helped set the tone a little bit was the block punt, Skylar McIntyre. And not only did he block the punt, but he does a nice job keeping his feet, watching the ball, picking it up and running it in for a touchdown tonight for the Titusville Rockets. And big plays like that really can boost the team. And that was a good play there because, if he's not there, and you got to remember that's Liam Clegg, that's their big gun for Corry. If he takes off with that ball and gets a first down, you don't know how this game goes from there. So that's a good play there by Skylar McIntyre. And he also made some very good plays for us as well defensively. Ran the ball and caught the ball well for us tonight. So this week's player of the game goes to Skylar McIntyre.
Corky's Pizza, Family Video, player of the game.
And by the way, all our player of the games will receive free pizza from Corky's and a movie from Family Video. Can't beat that.
Can't beat that at all. Once again, the final score here, Titusville 46. Corry 6. Next week we'll be where I've been all night. We'll be down at Oil City, and
so you're going to say Corry
I'll
next
probably
week.
Say Corry.
You're going to say Corry
Meadville,
next week. Yeah, who knows where we'll be.
We'll try to get our act together, just like the football team this week, folks.
Oh, that's it.
That's it. I'm done.
Oh, wow.
It's been that kind of a night here.
During the game, we can't get you to be quiet. And
I hear that theme. I'm trained to shut up. You hear that theme? Yeah, stop talking.
Hey, I'll tell you what, for camera operator Adam Bodemer, fantastic job as always. Our announcers, Steve Bodemer and Jim Bodemer.
Dropped in the building again.
Yeah.
You need a better agent.
Executive producer Jim Bodemer. I'm Luke Rio. Have a wonderful weekend. Final here from Carter, 46-6. And this has been Titusville Rocket football on Stream Television. Again, the Rockets and the Beavers. Final here, 46-6. Rockets beat the Beavers. Our coverage brought to you by Anderson Physical Therapy, by Oil Country Federal Credit Union, by Warm Home and Hearth, by Bayless Fuel, by State Farm Insurance, by the Titusville Moose Family Center, by Sylvan Equipment, by the Gordon B. Garrett Funeral Home, by Oil Crate Plastics. Rocket football also brought to you by Larry's Auto Service, by Cabinets by Curtis, by Thompson Run Tire, by the Blue Canoe, by Thermofab, by Armstrong, by Donovan Bauer Auto Group, and by True Value Hardware.
This webcast is copyrighted by Lightning Strike Productions and the Titusville Area School District for the private use of our audience. Any other use of this webcast without consent is prohibited.